Aha, we're live! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our daily, well, I suppose it's a daily daytime stream, but actually, we didn't have a daytime stream on Tuesday, did we? So the daytime streams aren't daily, but the nighttime stream is. What's up, everybody? How's it going? This is the daytime stream for Wednesday. Yeah, on Tuesday, I was at my other house working on the plumbing because one of the pipes had burst. It was pretty sad, but the water damage wasn't actually that bad. It was just in the garage. How's it going, everybody? Today, we've got Lost Origin back on the menu. All right, Lost Origin. A lot of great pulls in this set, including the alternative art Giratina. But there's all those character rares, and I can't remember everything that's in this set. There's so much. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy open. How's it going, everybody? Joseph says, good morning, mister. What's up? How's it going? Mr. laying pipe in the new house. Yes. So yesterday was all about correcting leaking pipe that had burst. God day, mister. Hope all is well. Hey, mister, hope you had a good holiday weekend. I wish I did. But actually, I was supposed to enjoy my Monday off. But the Monday, we arrived at the house because we were moving stuff to it. And the basement was just, the garage was full of water. And it was because a pipe had burst. So that whole day we spent shutting all the water off, cleaning up the spill, getting fans and everything. And then all of Tuesday, I just spent that day working on that as well. We had a plumber over. That was the whole day because the plumber took like 6 hours and really didn't even do that much. He just like capped the pipe in the end. So yeah, I've been working my tail off, man. It's almost like I didn't have a holiday vacation. Oh my God. What's up, Manny Rosario? Just took a bong hit. I heard that plumber took all your money. Yeah, so he replaced the water heater where the leak was located at, but it turned out it wasn't the water heater. It was a pipe near the water heater that feeds water up to my ice making machine. And so he replaced my water heater for $1,400 and it didn't even solve the problem. So, oh, okay. So then he charges me another $400 to do the ice machine pipe. And he tells me he can't finish fixing it. He tells me that basically I'd need to replace a lot more of the tubing. And he had already charged me $400 for it at that point because he wouldn't work on it unless he gets paid first. He's part of a bigger company, I guess that's how they do it. So now I'm out $1,800, and all he did was cap a broken pipe. So I'm really upset with that. I guess technically I have a new water heater, so that has some value. But when you're selling a home, people usually don't care. They don't write down, oh, okay, 1,400 water heater. You know what I mean? So they don't care about that. It doesn't sell your home to have a new water heater. So yeah, but eventually maybe I would have had to replace it anyways. Yeah, it is so sad. That's why I'm here working today. I got to earn my money back. I'm working for free today, guys. Anyways, check it out. Lost Origin back on the menu. I got to get my money back. I got to call them and tell them I want some of that money back anyways, but I haven't had a chance to do that. I've been working hard. We got a lot going on in my life right now because of the move. Packing boxes. Boy, have we collected a lot of garbage in the last 2 years. So this move is a lot larger than the move from our condo. So I was packing boxes and cleaning up. And of course, I was up very late last night. So I tend to sleep a little later in the daytime in order to get a full 8 hours. Usually it's more like 6 or 7 hours. Call right now during the stream. I would, but I'm using my phone, aren't I? You collected a lot of bulk? No, I didn't collect a lot of bulk. Speaking of not a lot of bulk, look at these beautiful cards. We got this first edition holo Here Comes Team Rocket, very collectible. Oh yeah, we got this set up yesterday. See this is the Beedrill. Oh, you can't see them because I taped it. This is the Beedrill Weedle Kakuna, all in a triple pack together. Oh, I guess I'll just open this up. This is a triple pack, guys. You get all 3 slabs. It's for $225. You can see I kind of priced them up and added them all together. So this was 85, this was 85, this was 55. Really nice. Just wanted to take a chance and show this off again because once it's in that bag, it's harder to see. Let's see. I need like a sleeve that can hold all 3 of these, but wow, grading's so cheap now. Oh, new grading prices. We have very competitive grading prices. I want to make sure John gets lots of work. I want to make sure John stays employed full time. I don't care if I make, money on the grading or not, but we need to make sure that John is at least making enough money for him to stay full time. So very competitive grading prices. I understand the Pokemon card market it's harder to simply take any card, grade it, and flip it into a profitable sale. So that's what's going on in the card market. In the past, in 2019 and 2020, you could grab almost any card and grade it and sell it for hundreds of dollars. That was how it was in the past. And during that time period, the cost of grading at places like PSA simply exploded. PSA became $100 a card to grade. They had millions of cards in their back stock, and there was no CGC yet. And then CGC arrives. They start competing. SGC becomes better known in the Pokemon card community. BGS has to shut down because they're getting so many grades. And all those cards start to make their way back into the market. You know, they start to return from these grading companies, and prices come down because it turns out once all those cards hit the market, the supply grows substantially and the prices fall. So the cost of a graded booster card, the cost of a graded card fell dramatically over time. So a card like, let me give you an example. A card like, like this. See this card right here? This Eevee in the past, this might have been a $100 card in the past. Today it's going to be like a $20 card. And that's because there was way too much demand and not enough supply. And that has flipped. So now that this card goes for like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, people expect the grading to be cheap too, because otherwise, why would they grade it? They can only grade it if the grading is so cheap that after the expense of grading it and then selling it graded, there's still some profit to be made, right? So the cost of grading has been coming down because the cost of the actual finished product has been coming down on places like eBay. Speaking of which, don't forget, we also have Pokestamp Marketplace. That's our eBay. Be sure to check that out. There's a link in the description. It's just a Discord server where you can sell your cards. Hey, I got a message. Who is this? Lowdown says, I may be dumb, but I'm not dumb. What? Have you thought, John, how to grade yet? I'm doing 100% of the grading myself, and I have thought a lot about that, having John doing the grading. If we ever got a lot of demand with TheCardconomist grading, I could not do all the grading to keep up. So it would one day it would have to be such that someone else would have to help me do the grading. And so it would be more of my job to have the skill of teaching people how to grade, which I think I have that skill. I enjoy teaching. You know, my first YouTube channel was The Economist, and I spent a lot of time teaching over there. So I like teaching and figuring out how things work and stuff like that. So I'll be a good grading teacher, and eventually someone will have to take over that portion. But right now it's 100% me. I've graded thousands of cards, it feels like. And yeah, I feel like I've gotten very good at it. I've seen a lot of things over time and experienced a lot of things over time. Also, not only have I graded a lot of cards, I've received thousands of cards back from places like PSA, CGC. We're going to have a big return from Beckett soon. I've received returns from SGC. So every time these come back, I'm doing this practice where I look at every card before I send it out and I go, okay, here's how the card looks, here's how it should grade. And then it comes back from these companies and I receive feedback about their opinion on what the grade should be. So this helps inform my opinion as a card grader. And I've been doing that for like 3 years, right? We've been receiving cards back from PSA for 3 years. So yeah. Where's Alex, says Gustavo. That's right. Alex has to be here. The heck? Mr.'s A1 Sods. Yes. So TheCardconomist grading, we got the cheapest price ever now, $8 a grade. I don't think it can go much lower than that unless I'm, yeah, I mean, obviously it could go to $0. But at that point, why would I not just lay off John at that point, which I would not want to do that, okay? So we have to have enough money that John, it makes sense to have John working, okay? So, but this is probably the lowest price. Ben Alex, if he isn't here, where's Anthony? What I need to do is I need to reach out and offer to grade some cards for free for some YouTubers or something like that. I don't know. They might be into that if they send me some cheap cards. All right. Let's see. I also need to get my website done. That's been very slow, so I apologize for that. We have Andrea Navarro. We do have a website. It's just not done. Mister, I could have fixed your ice maker line for like $100. Yeah, we need to contact this company and tell them we're unhappy with the outcome. Get a card shop going in your town and have John manage it, mister. Mister, grade my swimmers. Yeah, well, that could happen one day. There's a sort of like main street in the city I'm moving to. It's called Camdenton. Very small, is very small town, okay? And they have a square where there's a bunch of old shops, brick shops. And it looks like many of them are for lease. I would like to buy one, though. I don't want to lease one. I don't want to be a renter. I want to be an owner. And if we could do that, we could probably start a little Pokemon card shop, ramen shop or something like that, because they do not have a lot of good ramen out here, and I love ramen. But yeah, so I've thought about that. Maybe if we did that, we would need to hire another person. Maybe somebody else could move out here. Andrea Navarro says, one sealed V-Star Universe. Okay, let's get this, Andrea. Here we are. One sealed Japanese promo. Okay, I think he's talking about this. Shipping for just my booster packs. Don't ship my slabs. Okay. Does that mean don't ship your raw cards either? Let me go find his bag. I don't know. Here's Andrea Navarro. We need a chat to donate to the water heater bill. Oh no, you guys don't need to do that. If you want to help pay for the water heater bill, just order yourself some cards or pick up a slab or donate a slab to somebody. I mean, I'm not going to turn down free money, but I'm saying you don't have. I don't want to make you guys pay for everything. But you know, when you buy a card from this stream, that is my income, so I appreciate that. We need to check. Oh yeah, 400 for an unfinished ice maker line is scamming. Yeah, I need to call them. I should have my wife could call them, but she's not going to talk as eloquently as me, or should I say angrily? Dude, it's ridiculous. Andrea Navarro. Let's see. And a parent. Make the call live. I just can't do it live because I'm using my phone to stream. I know you guys want to hear it. I can show you the money coming out of my account though, so you can see that it's a legitimate thing that happened. Let me open up my PayPal. Should be listed as an expense. I have to find it though because we get a lot of transactions every day. Give me a moment. Come on, where's that? So it was yesterday. Ah, here it is. All right. Here we go. So, it's funny, it's called Honest Abe's Home Service Payment 2 in the amount of $357 and $1,500. So it kind of comes out to about $1,800. Yeah, it comes out to a little over $1,800. So this was for the ice maker line. This was for the water heater. How about that? All he did, I didn't need the water heater because it wasn't even broken. And then he just capped the ice machine pipe because he told me he couldn't get it done. Remind them they have honest in their name, so they need to be honest about scamming you out of a lot of money. Oh my God. Yeah, man, that's wild, man. Even the water heater in Massachusetts would have been like $1,000. Yeah. Well, Massachusetts just north of me, so I believe. Wait, is it? Or am I thinking of Minnesota? Schemers. Yeah. All right, so next up we've got Bobby Toledo. Hey, Mr. $55 towards my SLAB-AWAY and 50 cents for the PayPal fees. You got it, Bobby. Feels good. I don't mind paying a premium price for good service, but I don't even feel like the service was good. I just feel like he took my whole day up. Which means I lost a day that I could have been over here fixing problems for you guys. You know, there's always somebody who needs help with an issue. I could have been over here listing items. I could have been over here. I could have had a Tuesday daytime stream. We do that sometimes because if you think about it, Monday was off, so we could have had a Tuesday daytime stream. Yeah, I wasn't getting any of that work done, any of that productivity. I was over there, I guess, making sure the plumbing gets done, and he took 6 hours of my life and didn't even do anything. It's really upsetting. Did not actually fix it. Joshua Quintana says, shipping, I have a bag, also had a Star Wars card in the Cool Kids box. Could you make sure that it ships too? You got it, Joshua. Inky. You could have cranked one out, mister. Opportunity cost. Yeah, so it's an opportunity cost issue. There we go. The real cost wasn't just the cost of the plumbing, but the fact that I was not here working. So it was two costs at the same time. I work on Tuesdays. I work every day of the week. I could have just sent my wife over there by herself to lose all that money, and that would have still been a better outcome. I'll call them for you. Okay, Joshua Quintana. Let's get you your shipping. Here we are. Starts with the 5. Honest Abe. Not very honest at all. The first thing I told him was I didn't know anything about plumbing. And so he fixes my water heater, and it doesn't need to be fixed. Mister, ever going to update slab list in Discord? More sales maybe? I just said I've been busy, man. I just said I've been working. Yeah, I could have updated that on Tuesday. That would be a very Tuesday kind of activity, because on Tuesdays I don't normally stream on the daytime. So that would be a very Tuesday kind of activity. I was busy, man. Busy working. Busy losing 1,800. David Mario says 3 bulk grades on 3 Star Wars cards in my bag. Don't grade the etched ones, though. Oh, okay. You got it. Mr. David. Just a suggestion. Oh, I'm aware. I'm very aware. Yeah. Here's 1, 2, and 3. I like this Darth Vader one, actually, too. All right. So I know you've got you've got Jabba the Hutt already. I just sold a Jabba the Hutt, by the way. People want that Jabba the Butt card, as we call it. You never have to tell a plumber you don't know anything about plumbing. They know. Do you think your wife would ever become the breadwinner if Pokemon dies? I mean, in theory, that's possible for her to become the breadwinner, because she's doing pretty good as a software engineer. But I think that Pokemon would have to really die. But not just that, I would also have to fail to pivot into sports and other card TCGs. But, you know, there's all this fear of Pokemon card dying because a couple prices fell. Think about it straight for a minute. So we had Pokemon hype that started in 2019. It had been building for a while, right? Pokemon hype had been building with the release of Hidden Fates, and as a Pokemon community was not doing too bad anyways. And then in 2020, it absolutely exploded. Logan Paul was getting, you know, millions of views on his box break of the first edition base set. Prices explode, and then prices start to fall. Now we're in 2022. Let's look at it differently in 2022. No more stim checks have come out. The government continues to spend willy-nilly. The war in Ukraine and all these other problems have occurred. COVID have occurred. We're finally feeling the recession from COVID. You see, the little doubling of the money supply, that was a little Band-Aid over your boo-boo. Now we're feeling the actual recession from all the Democrat lockdowns that we never should have had, by the way. You're actually feeling that. A lot of people left work, never returned. They're receiving free money from the government still. And we're at a point where you have a recession and inflation at the same time. Okay, so you got less people working, more government spending, and massive inflation all at the same time. So this year, people don't have stimulus checks, and they do have more costs, higher rent, higher food, higher everything. And so Pokemon cards prices are declining. The other thing we saw, part of the explosion for the cost of the cards was the fact that there weren't enough to meet demand for a while. So here's my view. Probably what has happened is Pokemon, the video game, sold extremely well. I think the Pokemon franchise is in a very strong position with very few competitors. And card collecting doesn't just have to be Pokemon. It could be old Marvel cards, old Topps card, Nintendo Game Pack. It could be My Little Pony. It can be Dragon Ball Z. It can be Final Fantasy. It can be Magic the Gathering. So card collecting as a hobby is not going anywhere. And prices will fluctuate, especially during a recession. You're not expecting to see such high demand as when everyone had free money and we were hiding from a recession. But we were creating the recession with all that money printing. We were creating a much worse recession, in my opinion. But yeah, so do I expect Pokemon prices to be like they were in 2020? Probably not for a while, but I think what you'll see is a strong buildup over time. And as people adjust to the recession and to the inflation, and their wages start to go up to simply equalize with the inflation, to simply equalize, you'll probably see prices rise slowly over time. I'm not going anywhere. The real reason Pokemon cards have value is because they create ad revenue. Isn't that interesting? So this video is like a museum for your eyeballs, and you come in here, you enjoy watching for free, and I receive ad revenue to do this. As some guys like Leonhardt receive like $100,000 a year of ad revenue. He's never going away. He's always going to be there. And because of that ad revenue, these collectibles have a base value that is calculated by that ad revenue. I call it social media dividends. Okay, so that's my original idea. I don't hear anyone else talking about these concepts. Social media dividends are paid out by collectibles now. It could be all kinds of collectibles too. It could be like coins, it could be sports cards, it could be paraphernalia, it could be Funko Pop. And this will continue for a long, long time. It's not going anywhere. So anyways, those are my thoughts on it. And Pokemon cards are not about to collapse. They're one of the best performing TCGs out there still. You know, all these other card sets don't even come close to Pokemon, in my opinion. That's why Rudy just bought 3 million of cards. Does that sound like a collapsing Pokemon card market? It doesn't sound like one to me. I think that Pokemon overprinted Sword and Shield, and people are feeling that. They're not able to, you know, just buy any booster pack and flip it into a profit anymore, so they don't like that. But that doesn't mean that the card shops are out of business, and that doesn't mean the Pokemon company is going anywhere. Pokemon company's going to stay here and make billions of dollars for a long time. So, you know, you might feel the squeeze. Card shops might feel the squeeze in a different way, but Pokemon's not going anywhere. Pokemon's going to keep cranking games out. All right. So, next up, we've got Anthony Matkovic. Can I get 1 pack of Topps the Movie? 1 pack of Topps the Movie. You got it, man. These fancy Topps the Movie booster packs have almost zero stickiness. Would you still buy slabs, mister? Well, I am still buying slabs. You want to see? Let me see. I'm going to try and find a slab I recently bought. Well, obviously, I bought this slab next to me like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Hold on, I got to reach it. It's covered in crap. I got too much stuff. So I bought this, what was it, like a month ago? Or a couple weeks ago? That was $5,000. Now, I bought this despite the fact that I'm paying 7% interest on my new home mortgage. I could have put that money toward the home mortgage and avoided 7% interest. So I still bought this despite that. Maybe it's because I'm stupid. But, you know, I just desired it that much. And let's see. So I just bought this guy right here. I saw him for sale, and I thought he was very interesting. Let me show you real fast. All right. So it was a perfect graded Bandai Seal DOS card, and it graded perfect, and I happened to notice it, and I said, a perfect graded vintage card, and it's Pop 1. I'll go ahead and snatch that, you know, because it was a Pop 1 card. Now, I don't even care for the card. It's not like my favorite card. It's just that I can acknowledge that it is pretty rare, and it graded very well. That's some fancy graffiti. More rare pack opening. All right, here we are. Yeah, let's get some pack opening done so you guys can maybe get a perfect grade. Mister, do you buy slabs I still have with you? Would I buy slabs that you have with me? Potentially, yeah. It depends on what they are and what your price is. You offer me a good price, I'm always interested in a good price. A good price is when I can take the card and flip it for a profit, okay? So if you're selling a card and I'm not collecting it for my personal collection, I'll still be interested in it if you sell it to me at a price where I can turn a profit. Here's China, 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 China. Oh. Oh. Dragonair. China. That's rainbow. Bing Shilling. Oh my god. Bing Shilling. This is Zhang Shena who sent that message. What? We need the Bing Shilling sound effect. By the way, that's another point. The Chinese market, from what I understand, Pokemon cards are starting to rev up over there because they're printing more and more for them. And so that could really have an effect on Pokemon card prices over time. I don't think that China was as big of a market for Pokemon card collecting, and I think over time they will be. And you'll find out that their population has a lot of money because they've been doing such good work in China that we don't do in the West as much anymore. We're all like, oh, I don't want to work. I hate work. Here's Anthony Matkovic. I have a bag, Van City Collectibles Gaming. Thank you, Anthony. So let's find your bag. Is that your Instagram, Van City Collectibles Gaming? So Anthony Matkovic. Let's see. I like the Charmander. The problem is you got the unlucky pack because that Dragonair actually did have some stickiness on it, which has not been the case for virtually any of the packs in the box. Oh, your YouTube. Let's see. Andrew Bertrand. Mr. Matkovic. That's Mr. Rodriguez. Here we are. All right, lovely. Yeah, the card market, I think, is definitely in decline at the moment, and a lot of that has to do with the actual economy being so bad. I told you guys eggs were $12 for me. Eggs. And they used to cost $2. Eggs for me were $2, $1.98, 18 eggs. Now, $12 for eggs. And part of that is because chickens are having a problem. But everything's more expensive. Chicken breast used to be $2 a pound. It's $3 a pound now. Steaks more expensive. Everything's more expensive. Salad's more expensive. You know, you go to the grocery store, you want to buy a 12-pack of sodas, that's like $6 almost now. When I worked at Coca-Cola, it was like $3.50 to $4. And so everything has just gotten so much more expensive than before. So people go to the grocery store and they spend money, and at the end of the week, they have less disposable income left over for something fun like opening cards. That's just how it is. And so if they're not receiving any more inflation-causing stimulus checks, they are finally feeling the powerful damage that is caused by all the money printing. Here's Spiro and Firo. So you're finally feeling the bite from the recession that we've caused, or let's say we've made it worse with the money printing, because we already created the recession when we locked down for COVID, which we shouldn't have done. We should have stayed open, but we should have had very strict guidelines for how to stay open. That's how it should have been done. You got to wear your mask, got to social distance. If you fail to do those things, we got to get you out of here. Easy to blame inflation on stimulus spending, but if that was the case, then inflation would be down by now. Supply chains are the issue. Well, supply chains, you could argue, are part of the issue, but I would say doubling the money supply is inflation. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if there's not enough supply because of the supply chain, that would also raise prices. But we literally doubled the amount of money we have in circulation. Don't you think that would play a role in the change in the cost of goods? I would say so. Mr. My Legs were open 24/7 during COVID. What? All right, next up, we got some orders. Wow, it's kind of a busy day. Nathan Fellows says bulk grading for Holo Gengar, bulk grading for Radiant Zard, 1 Pokemon Merlin series, 1 stickers. Okay, let me go grab a... I kind of expected it to be a slow stream, I guess. Here we are. All right. Let's see. If it would just open, that would be nice. There we go. Now that you've got a big yard, will you be investing in a chicken farm? We could. I'm not really a farmer type. I think my wife might enjoy it. She doesn't get to do enough stuff like that isn't on a computer screen, so she wants to do things that's more handsy, right? She's like drawing right now. I told my wife, sent an order via Zelle. Oh, okay, sounds good. We'll check for Zelle orders. She started drawing images. I told her, if you can draw a really good image on a Pokemon card-sized piece of paper, we'll encapsulate it for her and offer it for sale and auction or something. Okay, Nathan. Let's see. Mr. Nathan. She got all excited about that. She's like, oh, I could sell my pictures. Yeah, I think she's dying to do something more creative. Holo Gengar and Radiant Zard. Radiant Zard. Okay, so we saw the Radiant Zard. Here he is. Now the Gengar must be in the middle pile. Did you ever find that Japanese Pokemon phone card I sent you? Joseph Albrecht. Oh, man. No, I did not. I'm so sorry. There's just so much crap in my house. You've got no clue. It is so hard to track things, especially things that I wasn't expecting to receive. I'm so sorry. I'm sure it was very nice. So wait, was it a card I'm supposed to grade, or was that a gift? That was a gift, right? The phone card? Or was that a card that was meant to be graded? Because if it was meant to be graded, it probably went to grading. Here we are. All right. I'm thinking of becoming a software engineer. Does your wife enjoy what she does for work? If you love to do math for 8 hours a day, computer science might be for you. The reason why isn't because you'll do literal math, but it's because the part of your brain that does math is the same part of your brain that codes. So if you're talking about coding and not just like, you know, UI or stuff like that, if you're talking about real coding, it is almost the same as math. It uses the same part of your brain. And it can get very, if you do it for like 5 years, it can become very soul-sucking is what I understand. So, and I think I read that somewhere that the job satisfaction for coding is low, but the pay is very high. So you might enjoy it. If you're somebody who enjoys working with your brain a lot and being isolated and secluded from everyone else and being very antisocial and mostly doing math, it's an extremely good paying job. Cheese says, I like getting sucked. Oh my God. All right, Nathan. So my goal for grading would be about 30 cards a day. That's the goal, but I don't think we'll hit it. I love doing math and working from home. Yeah, so you might enjoy coding then because there's a lot of demand for it. And what I would do is go to like a coding boot camp and learn some valuable skill right away and then do anything you can to get any job. Just apply to all of them. Say you're a fast learner, you went to the boot camp. You know what I mean? Because there's a demand for coders that is unmet currently. And they will have to teach you how to do their job anyways. There's whatever you learn in boot camp or school will not prepare you. It won't prepare you for what you need to know to actually code with the company because they have all of their, particular setup going. Although school can help you a lot because you learn a lot about the logic, you learn a lot about the concepts, like functions and all that. So, but you will still need to learn an enormous amount to officially start coding for any company because all of their stuff is so specific. Midnight Swazo says, yo, mister, missed you for Xmas. So here's 5 for a gift. And let me 3 of the V-Star universe and 50 on my SLAB-AWAY. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, he says 5 for a gift. I love it. So 50 on his SLAB-AWAY. Midnight Swazo. So you have a Gengar that goes to 190. Boop. And then 3 of the V-Star universe. What language do you prefer? C++. I can't remember. We worked in a lot of different languages, and I think, oddly, one of my favorite ones was the assembly language, and it was a really simplistic language. It was really funny to work with. It was like playing Tetris almost, the way you coded it. And, yeah. I can't remember. It's been 5 years. Don't forget that. So I have not been coding for 5 years, but I graduated with a full degree and everything. So I had like a senior year. There was a ton of coding, but I have not coded since then because I was too successful on YouTube and all that. So I just haven't, I haven't done any coding. You could ask my wife. She'd probably give you a list of things she likes, but actually what she'd probably tell you now is what she really likes is when she gets off work and stops coding. Do you accept CryptoZoo tokens? Oh yeah. Wait, you used to code? Yeah, I got the same degree as my wife. We met in school on a Bachelor of Science, computer science degree. We took all the same courses together, and we did a ton of coding. So that was what my degree was in. And when I quit, because I was working with a company called Tech Systems, and they hire you out on contract to other companies. When I quit, I was working on databases. But my YouTube channel was doing really well. I didn't really quit, actually. They offered me another job, and I turned it down, is what I did. So they said, okay, we got another contract for you now for the next company. And I said, you know what? Put me on a wait list because I'm doing this other thing with my YouTube channel. Mister was a quiet quitter? These are my first 3 packs of this stuff. You hacked your emails? Oh, yeah. All right, good luck, Midnight Swazo. His first 3 packs, everybody. Easily pull the chase card for him. Let's see what we got. We've got, well, you got the Full Art Psychic Energy. Each box contains 1 Full Art Energy, so they're kind of rare. They'll probably be worth $50 as a 10 if I had to guess. Here's Gumi Gudra. Probably less than 50, actually. Probably more like 25. Yeah, so you're going to find a lot of graded cards are coming down in price, and the cost of grading is coming down in price too. Here's Dialga. And that's going to be especially true for all modern product. You're going to find modern not booster slabs, modern graded cards for like much cheaper than they were 2 years ago. That's cool. I had no idea you were a coder. The more you know. Yeah, it's a really difficult degree because I also had an associate's degree of business. I had an associate's degree of business that I had finished with the community college. I could go pull it up. I've got two of those little diploma things or whatever they are. And one's from the 4-year university for coding and the other one's from the community college for business. And I can tell you business classes are a joke. You just sit through them, listen to some keywords and ideas get thrown out, and then you just memorize those keywords. You get an A on your test. Coding's like a whole different thing. You actually have to be really smart to code because it's going to offer you complicated puzzle-like challenges. And if you don't just figure it out, you will fail. And it's really weird because you either know it or you don't. If you know it, you pass. If you don't know it, you immediately fail, like with an F. So it's a very challenging course, degree to finish. Computer science required all of the highest levels of math and all the highest levels of physics in order to complete as a science degree for what we were going after. And we were just doing these mind-blowing math classes. They were really horrible. But I got them all done. And I don't use any of them now, but it's very interesting because it was nothing like the business degree that I went after when I first started going to school. Midnight Suwazo? Did you need a new bag? I'm going to get you a new bag. Midnight Suwazo. I didn't see a bag for you. I'll get you a new one. Is that right? Oh, wait. We have an MI overflow box. Bet you're in there. Mike side's in there. Midnight Suwazo. Here we are. Very nice. It was a very tough degree. The other people that I ran into, my colleagues, you would call them in school, or peers, they were all either math degrees or physics degrees or engineering degrees. So all of them had to take a software engineering as well. They all had to take the coding programs just like I did. Okay, now we got Philip, one live custom. You got it, Philip Webb. Soup. It's cold. I'm sorry, man. That's a cold pack. Just picked up a Dark Dragonite 8. 8 months, says Dan. Woohoo! Dan, it's been almost a year. Can you believe it? It's wild, man. Crazy how fast time flies. Almost a year. Ligma, says Gil. Let's bulk grade my Reggie Drago, please. You got it, Philip. Here we are. A year passes by in the blink of an eye. Oh, Reggie Drago. Oh. Zhao Hazong. Gua. Zhang Zhao. Whoa. Bing Shiling. 10 months, 22 days. Time flies, guys. I consider this channel like almost like my investment channel. I don't only think of it at like Pokemon cards strictly. So there's guys out there who do, basically they just get really hyped up for the new card set and they're just Pokemon guys. I consider this a channel where we talk about wealth, you know what I mean? It's like a wealth channel. Philip Webb, any idea what type of coding you want to do, Coeli? Is Kanye West still missing? Oh yeah, Kanye West missing. He's been taken out. There you go. Sweet. Here's Jinx. Mwah. Wow, what a nice little smooch. We have Island of the Giant Pokemon 9. Magneton 9. I wish I had a bunch of Cardos 10s for you guys. They all graded 9. Because apparently it's very hard to grade them 10. The other guys are cringe. Oh, sorry, we don't talk about that. This is a Pokemon channel. Thanks, my first TCC grade. Finally back, mister. Mister, are we going to bring in the new year together? Oh, yeah. Join the circle, guys. Alexander Mail says, hey, Mr. 1 V-Star Universe. The Jerk Circle. 1 Pokebro. All right, let's get that Pokebro. Let's see. Been gone for a long time, but I'm here now. Oh, look at that. Aegislash. How nice. Grade any hot pulls, please. Should have 1 grade left over in my bag. Okay. I just bought a really weird item. I'll show it when it arrives. It's a box of sealed stuff, and it's stuff I've never purchased before, so it's a complete gamble. I don't even think other people shopping even understand what it is. I don't understand what it is. So we'll see what it is when it arrives. So that's for Alexander Mail. Complete gamble. Could be a big money loss because it was pretty expensive. Did you get it? Yeah. It was pretty expensive. We'll see what happens. If it's a loss, I'll chalk it down as part of exploring. Did you buy the thing? I bought the thing. All right. So it says, I have 1 grade left over in my bag. All right. Toss this. That one said 5 grades. But, you know, I might not have updated it last time. I don't know. Scissor. Scissor me timbers. Jolteon. That's nice. All right. Well, you got a lot of stuff. Grade any hot pulls. Well, we got this Houndoom. He's a hot pull. ETA on the Chinese Pokemon packs. Yeah, they're supposed to come out mid-January. So you still got some time left. Mr. Just bought crypto. No, I did not buy crypto. Crypto continues to fascinate me, but I don't like it as an investment. And I'm glad I did invest in crypto. I had initially lost a little bit of money on ETH back in, I want to say back in 2020. I think it was a long time ago. It was either 2020 or 2021. After that, I really thought about why would I want crypto. I really sat down and thought about it for a long time, and then I said, I don't want it. There's no underlying reason to have crypto. And that was when I stopped buying it entirely. Here we are. That was a long time ago. And what I do have, here are the 3 things I own. Real estate. A lot of my wealth is in real estate at the moment because of this second home. A lot of Pokemon and a little bit of stocks. So that's my estate. That's my wealth. Mainly Pokemon, then probably these 2 houses, and then some stocks as well. And I could sell the stocks off and put all that money into the houses to get out of the 7% interest. I'm paying 6.75 interest on the house, which I think is kind of high. So I could sell all the stocks off because I'm not confident that the stocks will return 7% this next year. I feel like we're in a recession. So it feels like the smarter move would be to apply that toward the home for the next year. And one day we could pull out a reverse mortgage on the home if the interest rates come down. But it's weird because if the interest rates come down to whatever, like 4% on the homes, wouldn't the stock market already have jumped by then? Because, you know, they'll lower the interest rate, and the moment they lower it, the stock market will jump. So no point in pulling out the reverse mortgage by then because you've already missed the jump in the stock market by then, right? So if the coin does nothing, it's useless speculation. Yeah. So let's see. Leo Flores, ship slabs only, and 2 V-Star universes. You got it, Mr. Leo Flores. All right, Leo. There we go. Mr. Is there a discount on a purchase of more than 1 booster box? What do you have in mind, Mr. D. Philly? What do you have in mind? Here's Charizard. Ooh. I only had 3.2% interest on my home 10 years ago. Yeah, and the houses that we, like this lake house, same deal. Really low interest rate on this house. I should ship my slabs one of these days. So this house has low interest rate. And let's see, what else has a low interest rate? Oh, actually, that's an interesting idea. Now that I think about it, my wife's parents' home is paid off. I wonder if we could reverse mortgage that home. No. That doesn't make sense because they would just do a high interest rate again on it. Yeah, never mind. It would just be the same high interest rate. Okay, Leo Flores. Figuring out money is confusing, guys. Being good at money is confusing. Let's see. I try to be good with money. What I know for sure, if you work, you will end up with a lot of money just from working a lot. So, lots of hard work always solves money problems. You would use the house as a collateral on a new loan for another house. That's true. Maybe that's why, maybe that's why they were willing to give us like a $1.4 million loan. They wanted to know what assets we had. Maybe they were going to snatch that home. Leo Flores. Just gotta find your bag. You about to get a bidet in your new home? Oh yeah. Grab this. Here's Luis Oyavita. Ah, here we are, Leo Flores. Almost New Year's. What's your New Year's resolution, guys? What are you gonna do better this next year? My goal, 365 days of nonstop streaming, not even one day off. That's my new goal. If I purchased 3 boxes, would it change the unit price? How's it going, Mr. D. Philly? 3 boxes of what? Pull more Charizards. The bank saw that Rocket Returns collection and started licking their lips. Right. Here we go. Okay. Now Leo wants to ship his slabs. Let's get that label. Boy, the daytime stream's so much easier to host than the nighttime stream because my brain's so much clearer right after waking up rather than at the end of the day. Breaking bad habits and develop good ones. Ah, such a good idea. Only slabs. Only slabs. That sounds like OnlyFans. That'd be a funny Pokemon card channel name. Only slabs. Here's Marshall Weber, 1V Star Universe. You got it, Marshall. Mister, lend me a Gold Star Zard. All right, let me go get that Gold Star Zard. Let me let you borrow it, because you'll definitely return it. Oh, very nice. Hey, whoa, look at this pack, everybody. This pack had 3 hits in it. Wow, look at that, man. That was for Marshall Weber. Now you got 3 gradable cards, Marshall. Only slabs is a great idea. Here we are. I'll definitely return it. Yeah? Let me get it sent right out. That was a good pack. From Marshall Weber. Marshall Weber. You just got to find your bag now. I use my slabs as Tinder pictures. What? Is that the protagonist with the harem? Yes. Give me free packs right now, mister. It says Asian boys. There you go. We got Right on D's. It's a cool card. Slowpoke 9. Almost done with my Typhlosion SLAB-AWAY. Here's a signed Magnemite. Not only graded 3.5 because of the writing on it. This Tyranitar was $2.99, was it not? His sticker fell off. 3 boxes of Silver Tempest. I just don't like to negotiate prices live, that's all. So it would be $5.40. If you wanted to do $5.10, I would open 3 boxes. Okay, now we got Brett Fairney. Hey, mister, can I please have 2 Cosmics? You got it. 2 Cosmics. Yeah, I don't like to negotiate prices live. I have a bag. You got it, Brett. All right, Brett Fairney, you ready? Actually, the thing is, I don't like to negotiate prices at all. Hey, mister, been watching your streams for a while, but I'm curious, do you collect Pokemon cards just for profit? Do you generally like collecting them? Good streams, by the way. Yeah, I've been asked... No, that's not what I mean to say. I've been called so many bad names over the years. I've been doing this for 3 years nonstop, right? And people are always like, oh, he doesn't collect, he doesn't love Pokemon, blah, 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 right? So, and let me put it this way. Why would I collect Pokemon cards if I didn't like them? You could collect anything that's making money. You could collect, you could have just gone straight into the stock market. You could have gone straight into crypto. You could have gone straight into gold. You could have done coins. You could have done sport cards. You could have done, anything at all. There's many different things you can buy. You can buy oil as a commodity. You can just buy so many different things. And so people are mad because I'm successful with Pokemon. That's the thing. They see me making money with Pokemon. So they go, he's not a real collector. That's the most common accusation I've ever received. He's not a real collector. And I laugh at it every time because my collection's probably like, I don't know, 10 or 20 times larger than theirs. I'm basically constantly sweeping the market of valuable cards and paying enormous prices for it. So when you go to like eBay or something like that to sell your card, there is a good chance that I've allowed your card to go higher in price because I'm out there injecting tons of money into the market. So I make money selling cards, but then I buy cards, and that's how you make money when you sell. So I inject thousands and thousands of dollars into the market all the time, and all people do is complain, he's not a real collector. So it's very frustrating to hear that, but I don't really listen to it because I've heard it so many times. I just think it's very ill-informed. Honestly, I think a bit of it is jealousy. But yeah, I mean, I've got so many cards that I buy for thousands of dollars and I never sell them. Why do I not sell them? Because I'm holding on to them and enjoying them, right? There's cards you never see that I sit on and enjoy all the time. Hey, that's me. You can see me in the reflection. I feel the same way until I started paying more attention. He's taught me a lot, and my collection has benefited greatly from it. As my daddy, Tom Brady, say, let's effing go. I immediately stop watching whatever I'm watching if I hear let's go. Let's go. So, you know, here you can see me tracking things over time. But this is a great question also because it's about how you define collecting too. So how do you define collecting without injecting money into it? Like, do you correct, let me put it like this here. So do you collect this? Is this a collectible? This energy card, is it collectible? No, because it's not worth anything. It's valueless. It's not a collectible because it's worth a penny. So it's worth nothing. So a collectibles market is defined by its price. Money inherently shows us what is the desirable thing to collect. Does that make sense? So like first edition base set Charizard, he's like $250,000 because that reflects how bad people want that card. That's how we know what a collectible is. The Mona Lisa, is that a collectible? It is, because it's worth millions of dollars. So if you were just picking up fire energy cards, no one would care. So I buy a card like this for $5,000 and then people say, you're not a real collector. I'm probably one of the most collector-y collectors in the entire world right now. And then they go on and say, well, you're not a real collector. I was like, okay, well, where are all the cards you're buying? What's your collection look like? Do you actually collect cards? Or you just sit around and complain that I collect cards? You know what I mean? You sit around accusing me of things. I get very tired of it because it's like, it's so stupid and misinformed. People think that collecting is about, I don't know, like socialism, I guess, like giving cards to the kids at the hospital. People think collecting is, oh, I buy cards, but I'm not about the money, trust me. I just want a first edition base set Charizard worth $250,000, right? So people think that you can separate the money from the collecting. And yeah, maybe that's true if you're collecting like flower petals outside, like a well, I don't want to say that word, but yeah, yeah, if you're collecting useless stuff in life, then yeah, there's no money involved. But Pokemon cards, the reason they cost so much is because people want them, and so do I. So anyways, I do get tired of that. I really do. I get tired of that. Oh, man. To collect Pokemon cards, you have to not have any realization of their value or interest in their value. Because the moment you care about the value of the card, you're not a real collector. It's just about the money to you. I honestly do think it is jealous people. I really do think it is. I watch you enjoy the new artwork when a set comes out. Is obviously like it. No manies, no Pokebrow. I bet Mister was going to say the F word. Well, yeah, I was going to say a different word, actually. Now time to go off on fur babies. Brett Fairney. People who complain, I feel like they get mad. They see me trading cards extremely well. Why wouldn't I trade cards extremely well? Isn't that part of the goal? Also, it's just a sign that I'm skilled in something like this. I could have been in finance. I could have been doing stuff with stocks. I could have been doing stuff with private equity. There's all kinds of jobs I could have gone after. I could have been working in software. Maybe I would have started some kind of software engineer company. Maybe I would have been a private contractor at some point. Who knows? Maybe I would have just gotten a very good paying job as a software engineer. But when you go to work and they give you a paycheck, all that money they give you is profit, right? So maybe you're not truly into the product that you sell because you want to profit on it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't really love tacos at Taco Bell because you accept a paycheck for working on it. You know what I mean? It's so silly. I get so tired of it. It's people who are very bad. These people who are, they're always notice inequality and they get very upset about it, and then they start calling you all kinds of names. Brad Bettles says, toward my Typhlosion. You got it, Brad. Humans are very sensitive to inequality. Brad Bettle, 50 bucks. That brings you down to $50 remaining. Wow, that is very close. Okay, now we've got Joseph Jones, shipping on my slabs. Also, since my box of cards was accidentally shipped, I'll send in future cards for grading. No problem, Joseph. All right, let me do this. Joseph Jones. Was your stuff accidentally shipped? Oof. I'm sorry, man. All right, I'm going to assume you have a lot of slabs, Joseph Jones. I'm going to go ahead and get you priority mail shipping. Tell him, mister. They don't come after Deep Pocket Collector. Money literally in his name. All collectors have to have a lot of money to collect because what they're doing, they're expressing their desire for a card as they trade their money back and forth. And you earn money by giving up your time and your energy. So money is a representation of time and energy, but I would say more energy. Time converts to energy if you think about it. So like if you can get a lot done in 1 second, that's expressed in units of energy. And that unit of energy to me in my mind is money. All right, so this is for slabs only slabs. There we go. Just bought another slab, says Mikey. Okay, we've got Tammy Lowe, 1 box of the new Final Fantasy set. Oh, Tammy. I'm not a fan of other Pokemon YouTubers, but I wouldn't go on their channel and make accusations. I'm trying to keep John employed all by myself. I'm going to give you some free cards, and then you can pay for them to grade. Rattle just opened 500 packs live and no Moonbryon, which was the hunt. Oof, hate to hear that. All right, let's see. So 1 fresh box. Tammy Shazammy. Where are my fresh boxes of that? All right, give me a second, Tammy. Oh, I see it now. Do you watch hockey? I don't watch any sports. I hate other channels because you have to order from their website. Oh, yeah, so you don't like ordering from the website. That's interesting. That means the Moonbryon is here. How many Evo Skies in Charizard? Ouch! Oh, man, another paper cut. Oh, no. Oof. Ral doing that makes the price stabilize. Ow. Oh, what the? That's the worst part of your finger to get a paper cut on. It hurts so much. Don't press on it, man. Well, you got to get the blood there so it can coagulate and seal up the wound. Occupational hazard. My job's very dangerous. I could get paper cuts. Paper cuts, I say. Oh, my God. All right. So we got 36 packs of beautiful Final Fantasy cards for Tammy. Tammy, let's get you a big hit. I hate the website. I know, but do it off screen. It triggers me. Ah. It's burning. Sneep. It's a blood sacrifice for better pulls. Here we are. Isn't that fascinating? Humans all seem to understand sacrifice. We have a word for it. They would take like goats and cut their throats open and have them bleed out for like God. Gods we don't even worship anymore. Isn't that crazy? It just shows you how crazy humans are. Humans are real crazy. They'd be slicing open young lambs. All right, now that we've made a sacrifice, now things are going to be good. Humans are so superstitious, man. Mr. puts his blood, sweat, but never tears into the collection. He's a man. That's right. I never go to therapy, and I never cry. Mr. Blood on the cards. Great at it. Here we are. Protecting the man card at all cost. Let's see. All right. Sneep. And whenever I kiss another man, I always wear socks. Gotta wear socks, guys. Sneep. Okay. Mr. Did you ever stream with like 5 people? Have streamed with like 5 people. No, I did not. My streams were always pretty much full. It's neat. Perhaps it's because I'm always saying things that I shouldn't. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I've had pretty good success on YouTube. This channel is pretty small. If I had only worked on GameConomist channel all these years, GameConomist channel might be like 300,000 subscribers by now. I don't know what it would exactly be, but that channel was growing a lot faster than this channel grows. So, and I think that's because gaming has a much larger audience than Pokemon card collecting. Pokemon card collecting more niche, smaller number of people doing it. So this channel grows slowly, but GameConomist was growing real fast. All right, you ready? You got Axe Star. If you had a vial of blood, you could technically sign stuff using a fountain pen. All right, let me go get a vial of blood. Wouldn't it dry up? I feel like it would dry up. Here's Axe Star. How are babies made? Yeah, so how are babies made in 2022? That's a good question. So the way it works is you go to work every day, and you and your girlfriend start fighting, and then she starts hanging out with a guy named Hiker, and she comes home pregnant one day, and you pay for that child, even though it's not yours. There we go. That's how babies are made. Here's Calmia. Mont Blanc pens only. Ooh. Sweet. Let's see. Mr. has trauma. Here's Yumcax. Oof, Hiker. Not Hiker. Keep Hiker out of your life. Hiker or Brandon. They're interchangeable. Brandon. Black Mage. Here's August. Okay. You're not saving her hero cards? No, just the legendaries. Go August. I'd have sent Tammy a whole box of Final Fantasy cards. Kip 2. Here's Snow. Then she tells you it's your baby. Then it pops out another race. And then she still wants you to pay child support when you break up. And the government tries to make you pay child support too, because the government doesn't want to pay child support. Oh no! This is Yuri. What up, mister? Hope everyone had a good holiday. Me too. Kamlanot. All right, I'm feeling it, Tammy. We're close to one of the full arts by now, for sure. We've got False Stalwart. Okay. 18 years old and found out it wasn't his. You know, in a way, that's lucky for him, because he can go off and find the love of his life and have children with her instead. Adventures of the Bedroom. We are. Here's Meath and Ferris. Listen, what happens in the bedroom stays on television. Gilgamesh. Laguna. There's a Titus. Tyrone went to get milk 20 years ago. My poor hand. My poor thumb. Ledolas. Squall. Okay. Cerberus. Have you ever listened to Snake Jazz? Remember to look for waifus in the book. Here's Echidna. Ultimecia. Is she a waifu? Kalmia is a waifu. New babies come from Kangaskhan. That's right. Here we are. 1A Charizard UPC from CTR. Not sure if I should open it. Babies occur after you buy a giant lake house. That's when babies occur. Here's, oh, you got Krill. Onion Knight. Definitely open it. Ooh, that looks nice, man. Babies happen when you buy a large lake house and invite all your besties over for sleepovers. Here's Riku and Tifa Non-Hollow. Okay. Here's Machinist. Sephiroth. He's cool. Always leave it sealed. Here's Titus. Titus Hollow. There we go. So our UPCs aren't worth anything sealed for a long time, but you got it for free. You're up 80 bucks. Telling us going to load up his... Here's ZELLE. Whoa. That's like that company that lets you send me money straight to my bank account. Here's Leviathan. Okay. What's your favorite present that you got from Santa, aka Brandon Hiker? Here's Theodore. Oh no. Theodore is not a big hit, I don't think. I'm sorry. Don't grade anything unless it's Charizard. Chewcaspel is Kuchaspel. I'm sorry. Okay. Salamander. Just Salamander, huh? And Melvian. Okay. Melvian's a pretty boy. Maybe a third full art in here, Tammy. Did you know Kip F opened one of these boxes and it actually had 3 full arts? Glauca and Squall. Glaucoma. Poke Lightning. Here's a confirmed lucky. I say open it by another unique seal. Here's Lightning in a dress. Why doesn't my wife wear armor and a sword? There we go. It was 3 for 2 at GameStop before Christmas. There we go. Cole Cobb. Lastwell Caius. Sid Kramer. Okay. And Renoa. Whoa, look at that. Renoa, she's looking fine. So, Tammy, your best pulls. I would say this box was a little tough. You got Theodore full art. And you got Krill full art, right? And then Titus. So, there's Titus. And then after that, I'm not sure. You might actually know these characters better than me, so you might be aware of the ones that are worth more. Titus is technically a legendary holo. Dragoon. Calmia is probably decent, actually, because there's all these Sims who will buy it. Laguna. All right. So then the problem is I didn't see Holo Lightning. I didn't see Holo Sephiroth, even though you should have had multiple chances for that. And so, yeah, it's kind of a tougher box. I don't know the value of Theodore. I suspect it's not high because it's a Gaifu. And then Krill. I don't actually know Krill. Here we are. Tammy Whammy. Let's get you a free pack, Tammy. All right, Tammy, this pack, though, will contain the big hit. This is the Fui one for you. Let's see what we got. Geomancer. Whoa! All right, well, I saved somebody else from a cold pack. Why is grading so cheap with TCC? Grading, I moved the price down. I'm accepting fewer profits from grading in order to increase the demand so that John has full-time work. And I think that's the right move. There's a lot of competition in grading right now. This is a time period where PSA's all caught up with their backlog, and CGC is a new competitor, and there's like a million grading companies. Here we are. But I want to make sure that John gets full-time work. Oh, she needs this. I want a chicken sandwich rather than part-time work. Should I grade my Charizard Rainbow GX? It has a crease at the top right corner. Where can I grade from you? Here we are. Rainbow Charizard with the... Yeah, I would probably grade that one. John could scare away fishermen. There we go. I'll hire John to hang out on my deck and scare the fishermen away. Here's Mr. Mike's side. 1 sneaker pack and 2 grades, Suicune, and my most titillating card. Ooh. Cheese, do you have an eBay called Cheese's Treasures or something? What? Cheese's Treasures. Here we are. Boop. Okay. I show my treasures on OnlyFans. Buy the card, not the grade. Here we are. Where can I send my cards to be graded by you? And just checking, you are CGC. I'm not CGC. What do you mean by that? I'm CGC. CGC is CGC. There we go. But yeah, I do accept mail and grading. You can actually send cards over to me and I'll grade them. but maybe you're not quite sure what that means, so I should probably explain it. You do not have a price on Star Berth. Are you sold out? That's correct. And we'll have more Star Berth after I'm done moving. I'm moving to a new home. Mike Side's first order? Yeah, this is Mike Side's first order. Yeah, I'm the CEO of CGC. Thanks for asking. So on Suicune from V-Star. That sounds nice. Wow, what the hell? You got some good cards in here. Whoa. What is this bag? Mike Side, you hiding all the good ones from us? Let's get them, chat. We'll be able to restock on all kinds of card sets after the move, not before though. Here we go. Mr. is TCCG. Wait, so what's the difference besides price from grading with you or PSA? Well, the difference is my cards are way better. Just kidding. Here we are. Let me show you. Here we are. This is our card. We graded this ourselves. We got a grading company. It's a small one, right? It's a small business, and you can do it to support this channel. You can think of it like merchandise from this channel. And we have quite a few followers who are aware of these grades, and they do shop for them. Yeah. Actually, I bought this one myself. Bought it back from the guy so I could show it off to you guys. Ooh, look at this. I think I paid $800. I paid $800 to acquire this from the guy who pulled it. I'm just going to take over grading. Ho, 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 says Arturo Perez. Love your grading, mister. Thanks, Jesse. There we go. I think I should offer a perfect grade, but I feel like I'm not ready. I feel like we need better equipment first. And I feel like that's something we can work on once the move is done. But if I grade with you instead of PSA, let's say I go to a convention, would it be worth less because you aren't known as well? It'll be worth twice as much. Yeah, so PSA is going to cost you a premium price, and PSA is going to sell for a premium price because they're more well-known. But, you know, these days, I'm actually a bigger fan of CGC, Beckett, and SGC as competitors with PSA because I feel PSA's price still has some way to fall, but I'm not sure. PSA is interesting because they don't offer the pristine grade or the perfect grade, and I feel like that's a mistake. They should probably fix that. Here we are. Who goes to conventions? I went to a convention in Kansas City. It was very smelly. It smelled like B.O. Anthony Matkovic says, hey, Mr. One Spot in the movie tops pack break. PSA is just a premium, but price grading is more costly. Here's 6. Okay. Here's 7. I've lost a TCCG pre-order slabs. Oh, yeah. Forgot about those. Would it be worth less if I sold it compared to, let's say, Beckett? Yeah, it's going to sell for cheaper because Beckett's a well-known, established card grading company that's been around for years and years. All right, let's see what's next. Dennis Sanders says, 6 WEISS. Is it wrong to pick up girls? You got it. I just joke when I say that mine will sell for more. Here we are. You want a bonus card, Dennis? I got a bonus card for you. Master Packs, Mr. Packs only, or will you rip a booster box? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more spot in the Topps pack break. Okay, can I get an unbiased opinion? Who should I grade with? Well, I'm the owner of the company, and I'm going to tell you to grade with me. And we have very cheap grading at $8 a card. And if you had a card which is going to not sell a lot over premium, I would say that that's actually a pretty decent card to get graded with TCCG grading. So what am I talking about? Let's say you were going to grade this. Let's say you're going to grade this energy card. Well, if you grade it with me, you grade it with PSA, it's not going to matter because the price of the card is not going to change much after the grading. But let's get a different example. Give me a moment. Let's say you were going to grade. Let's say you were going to grade this card right here. This is a PSA 10 Southern Islands Mew, right? So this card you would grade with PSA because there's going to be a huge premium if you get a 10 on this card. Whereas if you get a 10 with Cardconomist grading, people are going to question if it's truly a 10. But they'll still be tempted because they're aware that I'm a pretty harsh grader and that I'm aware of how harshly PSA grades that Southern Island Mew, right? So people within our community, if you graded that Mew as a TCCG 10 and sold it, people in our community would be looking at it very carefully. But people outside of our community will probably be going, I don't know, I don't trust it. But it's fascinating to me because I feel like that sort of fear of unknown card grading companies is maybe where some opportunities can be had when it comes to picking up a card at an unusually low price. I'll actually show you what I mean by that. Give me a second, because I've been practicing this behavior myself. You know, when you buy a PSA graded card, you also pay a premium that you wouldn't have paid with another company. So I want to show you a card I just bought, and it's on the way over. So it's this card here. So I just bought this. That's a PGC 10 Cardos Charizard, and I'm picking it up for $540. So it's graded by some considerably lesser known company, but let's say they actually correctly graded it 10. Let's say it was actually a 10. Well, then I've scooped up a 10 at a significantly lower price. The real question is whether it's a 10. Now, if it's a 9, I can still get away with selling it for about $540 because that's about the price of a 9 anyways. If it flips into a 10, it's a massive gain because I think that Charizard Cardos is going for like, what, 6 now or something like that? Let me look it up. All right, give me a second. So the cheapest one, now that's not to say that the cheapest buy now will sell for this price because it gets really tricky with these low pop cards. Let me try and find them real fast. Right, there's these weird ones from Germany. They're like 3,200. I don't know. Maybe those are trustworthy. So if the card I just bought flips into a 10, maybe its value is closer to about 3,000. That's a huge flip. So how do you think I'm so good with my money? It's because I understand the market really well. I understand these issues really well. And no, you cannot just buy cards from other grading companies and flip them all day. That doesn't always work. It depends on the particular card you're going after and the price you got it at, the starting price, and whether it flips, which it might not. So it's a little bit of a gamble. You also have to examine pictures and stuff like that. But you kind of get my drift, right? So, you know, when it comes to TCCG grading, you might find value in the idea that the person who graded with me is trying to sell it at a lower value than a PSA grade. So you might not be happy as a seller, but you might be very happy as a buyer if you actually obtain a card that deserves the 10 grade, but you obtain it at 50% the PSA price, for example. And the reason that matters is because if you're a seller, you might be able to easily sell at about 50% the sale price. So it's a complicated matter. It really is. In other words, if you're afraid you won't be able to sell it at all, that might not be true. You might just need to lower the price to a point where someone says, you know what, I'm going to buy that and try to flip that now. And then for some people, they just actually like me, or they like this channel, or they like this community, and they don't want to cross-grade it. They want all their cards to look like this. They like the label maybe. So you know what I mean? Anyways, that's a fun conversation. We've had it many, many times. And let's go ahead and get these open. This is for Dennis Sanders. Your card might not be 10, but you are, Perez. Here we go. Never mind, you're a 7 now. What I can tell you is that at $8 a grade, you're getting a very cheap price on grading. Not only that, but if you're grading a card straight off the table, that means you didn't pay any money to submit it to me. I already provide the card grader for you, so you didn't have to pay for card graders or penny sleeves. And then when I ship the cards out, it can just ship out with your bag of cards that you already have with me. So you're going to get essentially almost like free shipping in a way, because you were going to pay $9 to ship your bag. So for people opening cards here on the table, the $8 is a very good value. It might be your cheapest value that I can think of at the moment. I saw my Mewtwo as a 10. I use your grading to protect the card. I'm a collector, though, not really a seller. Yeah, and so that would work really well for you. And if you happen to get some good 10s, one day you might become a seller, and you might go, I wonder if these can cross grade, or I wonder if I can list them for a price that's lower than PSA, but not too much lower. I can get a good flip on this, or get a lot of the value out of this. Now, again, remember, people in this community do actually look at Cardconomist graded cards and think about buying them. They understand the grading a bit more. They're more familiar with how I grade cards. Let's see, we got hollows here. Join my OnlyFans, please. I need money. All right, enough upselling. Get political. Yeah, let's talk politics, guys. Oh my God, I can't believe what's going on. The things going on. Insult this glizzy. Here we are. Long tummy waifus. Here we go. Okay, we got ear girl. What do we got back here? Whoa! Goddess's Judgment. Pretty much any card that this character is in is probably going to sell for good money. Because this is definitely a big boobies character. Oh my God. All those sips collecting hot waifu cards. I think there's a market for hot waifu cards. I really do. And I don't know if that'll ever change. I think there's going to be guys who collect girls in bunny suits for the rest of time. Dennis Sanders. I guess the real question is, what makes one particularly like culturally meaningful? You know what I mean? Do you have a Discord? Yeah, we sure do. There's a Discord. You can find a link to it in the description. We do a lot from Discord. So you can see the Cardconomist returns. You can see our SLAB-AWAY system. You can even find cards for sale that are not here on the table that I'm selling. And you'll find that my Discord server is connected to my other Discord server. They're connected to each other. We have two Discord servers, one for this channel and one for helping you sell your cards. It's called Pokestay Marketplace. So those two channels are connected. Those servers are. Yeah, we do a lot through Discord. Basically, if you want to be a member here on YouTube, you also want to be a member in our Discord server because they're very involved. Here's Christian Donaldson, one live custom, trying to support. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Christian Donaldson, maybe you'll get lucky too. We'll see. But not this time. I'm sorry, Christian. Appreciate it, man. Christian, if I could have pulled you a hit, I would have. Because those are some nice things to say. Here we are. That'll help me pay for my useless plumbing that I ever paid for. Here's Jesse Satchquin, 2 V-Star Universe. You got it, Jesse. Hiker for this guy. Ooh. Sneep. I like the way the live customs are working now. Do you guys like that? Mister, what's your opinion on the price for graded cards? What do you mean by that? Do you think that people should pay a premium for like a gem mint or pristine or perfect grade? Because you know my answer is going to be yes. I do that all day long. All day long I'm buying graded cards. I don't really care for the raw cards. The only thing I'm interested in from the raw cards is to get them graded. That's it. Here we are. And the reason for that is because the encapsulation not only protects the card and allows you to handle it in a nice way and allows you to display it, allows you to identify it, but it creates this third-party grade, like an 8, so that you and I don't have to argue about the value of the card. We can just say, you know, it's near mint mint, and so I'm going to have to sell this to you for cheap, rather than claiming it's a mint, right? So if I was selling this as a raw card, maybe I would say, well, that's a mint ride-on, not a mint near mint. See what I'm saying? So a third party decides what your card is worth, and that's very cool. I like that a lot. Jesse Satchquim. I feel like it's very essential for cards that get really rare and really expensive, which is what I'm interested in collecting. I'm not interested in collecting energy cards. I want to collect something like this, and I want a third party to establish the price for it. So you collect a card like this, and it says, well, this is real. This is authentic. You know, it's in our sonically sealed slab, and it's like properly identified, and we're claiming that this is, you know, a gem mint version of this item. So now when I go to sell that, I can ask for a premium because I say, well, this is the best you're going to get. This is the best deal right here. It's in perfect condition, or their definition of a gem mint condition, and you know it's the real deal. And not a scam from, like, you know, somebody who's learned to print very realistic looking copies. There we go. So now we got Robert Vizzo. 2 Hidden Fates. Oh, Robert, let's get those Hidden Fates. Make sure it's real. Crack it open and cut it in half to make sure. Good advice. Thanks, man. What would I do without you? Okay, we got 2 Hidden Fates here. One of the cool things about Cardconomist gradings, by the way, since I've been upselling it the whole time. So one of the things that makes us unique, this back here, this qualifier opened live and graded, means that the person never handled the card. Only I did. So in other words, I opened the pack. I can confirm the person who wanted it grading never had contact with the card at all. Only I did. The card's completely unmanipulated, truly authentic. And then this is the other cool thing. For $5, you can add a QR of exactly when the card was pulled. So if I pull SV49 Charizard out of this pack, we can turn it into a short here on YouTube for millions of people to watch over time. And you can have that short turned into a QR code so that you've got the card, it's open, live, and graded, and then people can scan this to see when you opened it. So all that stuff that other grading companies don't really offer. I have a bag, says Robert. You got it, Robert. Here we go. There's absolutely no way of fooling me when it comes to manipulated cards if you never even got to touch it, right? So that's all cool. I like that you don't have insured shipping or declared value, straight from the bag, hassle-free. Yeah, but wait, there's more. You know, the declared value issue is actually a big deal because the problem with declared value is they're trying to charge you additional insurance costs on that card, which they don't even, I'm sure they don't actually buy insurance. That's my suspicion. I suspect they provide their own insurance. But wait, there's more. Robert Vizzo, let's find your bag. He says, and ship my bag. You got it, Robert. I meant in prices of getting your cards graded. PSA can be really expensive. I agree with you completely. Thoughts on PSA prices? PSA prices not too long ago were insane. The cost of a graded card was super high, and the cost of grading was super high. All of that's coming down because the market is finally getting the supply that it needs. And as it turns out, some cards are not truly rare. Like this Mewtwo is not worth grading because he's not truly rare. The problem with him, he was printed into oblivion by the Pokemon card company. When something is as common as nearly an energy card, when these two are about the same, why collect it? It looks nice at least, but it's not rare. So, and then some cards are rare. You want to know what's actually rare? This Slowpoke's actually rare. And a lot of people don't understand how rare that Slowpoke is. I have to go look it up and show it to them live for them to understand it. So if we were to look up Slowpoke. Okay, you ready for this Slowpoke? So I have in front of you Cardos Slowpoke 9. This is printed by Bandai Namco. The artist is Ken Sugimori, the guy who made the original Pokemon mangas. And if we look up his population, so here it is, Pocket Monster set. That's the Slowpoke. Here's his population. There are 11 9s and there are 10 10s for a total of 52 graded Cardos Slowpokes. Almost nothing. So people look at that Slowpoke and they go, I don't want him. And that's partially because they just don't understand it. And he's such a low pop card, I could literally just hold this in my own collection and watch the price rise, because I know when a card is as low as pop 11 or pop 10, it always inevitably rises when YouTubers make it, you know, popular and understood. All right, Robert Vizzo. In the meantime, you're paying like outrageously high prices for modern cards that are severely overprinted. You know what I mean? There's a big difference there. All right, Robert. We're looking at Robert's address. Yeah, those modern cards are printed into oblivion. There's nothing wrong with collecting a card that's not rare, by the way. If you enjoy the artwork and you want to get a 10 of it because you like the artwork, nothing wrong with that at all. Just be aware of how the price and the rarity are related to each other, and try to ask yourself, is this so overprinted that this price doesn't really represent its rarity? And so those are the things that I ask myself all the time. Yeah, this real fast. Print. But you know, I work really hard to get you guys access to the rare stuff, like that Slowpoke that's on the table, or all the holo cards that are going to go into the live customs. So we got lots of these holo cards. Look at this one. This one's waiting to go into the live customs. He'll go into the live customs. I like that Tyranitar, says Jose Arredondo. All right. So, Robert, we got your label printed. The address begins with the 7. Fold this in half and put it in your bag. Thank you, Robert. Do you have any graded slabs for sale? Graded slabs? You mean like booster slabs? We have a list of graded booster slabs in the Discord server. You can see their prices. What's up, Brandon? Here's King is Gone. Ooh, I can feel the room's cooling down finally. It was so hot outside today, we had to turn on the air conditioner in December. It's funny because we just had that ice storm. That's Missouri weather. Ludicolo. And the Naked Elf Girl for 25 bucks. There we go. Wow, these are some really nice cards right here. Okay, next up we've got Ryan Oshner, one spot in the XY breakthrough. So if you guys are looking to open up Pokemon product, why wouldn't you be opening this? This is out of print. This is out of print. Population on some of these XY sets, real low too. Okay, so some of you guys are busy opening some of the most overpopulated card sets ever printed with with Sword and Shield. This is 2 generations ago, XY Breakthrough. This is a Mewtwo set. It's also got Houndoom, Glalie, and a couple other cool cards in it. But yeah, this is the set I would be opening. Now, the problem is it costs more. But the thing is, if you actually pull a good holo or a good reverse holo out of here, it doesn't matter. Because in the Sword and Shield era, the holos are meaningless. They're like energy cards. There's a bazillion of them. You have no clue how many there truly are because all the product has to be open for the final count to be in. But some of this old XY stuff, the holos are still valuable, and their populations are near zero because nobody bothered grading holos back then. So that's why we do these box breaks. They offer way more value, and they're more fun. Of course, it's not a guarantee to flip you money or anything like that. Opening cards never is. It's a gamble, right? But in my opinion, this is a better gamble than opening up some overprinted Sword and Shield set like Evolving Skies, for example. One spot left in the 2,000 pack break. Is it really just one spot? Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, one spot is left. And again, this is also super high quality stuff. So this is a Pokemon the Movie pack. It's not very sticky. I think it's not sticky, right? And then, yeah, this is this is out of print. It's 20 years old. It's got multiple Lugias in it. It's got a chance for the first appearance Chrome card to show up. And yeah, this is the good stuff right here. So that's the stuff I really go after. If you ever watch me really carefully, how much modern do you see me open for myself? Virtually none, right? How much vintage do you see me open for myself? Tons and tons of vintage. So I'm always opening vintage, and that's where my money goes. The problem is, a lot of people can't afford the vintage. It's pretty expensive. And so that's why we talk about concepts like wealth on this channel too, because, you know, I want to help you guys earn more money. But sometimes that means working multiple jobs, working more hours, trying to get a better paying job, trying to increase your skills, and being more frugal in life. How much for the good stuff? Is $1 bazillion. All right, so let's see what's next. Jared Everett, ship my slabs. You got it, Jared. Jared Everett. Okay. Wow, everyone's shipping their slabs today. I'm going to say only slabs again. I bought the last spot, mister. Ignore anyone else who might have bought it before me. All right, so the Topps pack is over, but we're always offering that Topps pack as a pack. You can jump into the next one. It's only 8 spots per pack. Kip F says, toward my slab away. You got it, Kip. That's the other big thing we offer on this channel is this financial product called SLAB-AWAY. It allows you to reserve a slab for 6 months at the cost of $25. All right, this goes down to 200. Thank you, Kip. Yeah, so let's pick out an expensive slab off the table. What is the most expensive slab on the table? I don't even know. This one's pretty expensive. So for 25 bucks, you can put this into SLAB-AWAY and pay it down over 6 months. And so if we put the total together, 325 divided by 6. So that would be a $54 payment a month. Now, I don't require you to pay $54. You can pay however you feel like. You can pay $100 one month, $10 the next month. I don't care. As long as it's half paid by the 3-month mark and fully paid by the 6-month mark. But if you were to average the payments out, that would be $54 a month. 6 months from now, you own the card, and you never had to put it on your credit card. That's what's so good about SLAB-AWAY. So if you were to put it on your credit card and pay that down over time, Now your credit card's full and you can't use it in an emergency. Whereas if this is in SLAB-AWAY, your credit card's empty, and so your credit card's available for an emergency. Not that I recommend using your credit card a lot. If you guys want to know about me, I almost never use my credit card. Derek, well, I do, but I use it as a debit. It just withdraws straight from my account. So Derek says, SLAB-AWAY payment. You got it, Derek. All right, so that's $120. That's Derek using SLAB-AWAY right now. He's making a payment toward one of his cards. It is Derek Etheridge. He's got Mawile. He has $420 left on it, and he's paying $120. So that would be $320. That'd be $300 left, right? Did I do that wrong? Let me see. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so he's got $300 left on that. Thank you, Derek. So he's paying down a card that was $540, and he's got that SLAB-AWAY fee of $25. That's really not bad, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent, especially if you got a really expensive card that's like $1,000. Then the $25 reserve fee starts to look very good. You're like, oh, so I can put this on SLAB-AWAY for 25 bucks. That's not a very expensive fee for a $1,000 asset. You know what I mean? When the card gets really cheap, if it's like $100 or less, I only charge $15 for SLAB-AWAY, but it doesn't say that in the listing. We have Mike Side, appraise my bag. You got it, Mike Side? So Mike Side orders something called card appraisal, where I help him understand what his best cards are, and if there's a problem with them, like if I can visually see an issue, I immediately put it to the side and say, no, that one's no good. So this character rare, the funny thing is they're not very rare. Here's a poker card. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Flaffy's off center. This is nice. This is nice. Oh, you got a lot of stuff, man. Oh, your whole bag's just full of stuff. This is off center. That's actually looking pretty on center. Some hollows. We'll put the hollows to the side. Oh, it's Unified Mind hollows. Okay, so those are a little more rare. Wow, it's a good-looking Gardevoir. You have like a whole bag of gradable stuff, it looks like. That was thin. Was this from one of the pack breaks? How'd you get this? It looks so good. We'll have to examine that a little closer. So this is like a borderline card in my eyeballs because I can see it's off-center, but the question is it so off-center it wouldn't grade 10? Mike got a sexy bag. Mike's got a lot of cards in this bag, man. So Mike, it's almost like you just left your bag of hits with me, which is what I'm guessing you did. Okay, you got all these sexy girl cards. Now, we won't grade them individually, but they generally do grade 10 because WEISS has very well-centered cards. Usually centering's the only issue that you can run into, but you don't really run into scratches as much. You don't really run into white dots. Now, a card like this is very hard to grade 10, so this is like the kind of card you examine before sending off to grade. Of course, even if it grades 9, in my eyes, even if the market doesn't understand that it's valuable, I understand that it is. And this is just looking really nice, man. Funny thing is, I can see slight residue on it, but it's so hidden that might be enough for it to still have a chance at a 10. You know, because 10s aren't necessarily perfect. There is such a thing as a perfect grade. 10s are just very, very, very close to perfect. We always check down here because there's a print line that occurs right here on these cards, and so I always check down there. Just make sure yours doesn't have it. But you know, this corner doesn't look very good. Watch this. See that corner right there? So that's some sort of impression on the corner. And if you sent this card into PSA, PSA would turn this immediately into a 6. I will turn it into a 7, but that's an impression on your corner. Now we got a Gengar. Let's see. Looks like Gengar's going to have a problem too. So Gengar's going to turn into a 6 with PSA as well because of that corner. But once again, with me, you end up with a higher grade of 7. Here's Job of the Butt. Now remember, this is not a final grade, but what I've done for you is I've identified a major problem. You got a white ink blot that right there. So that one's pretty good, actually. Nice little side view Gengar. How about this guy, Gengar? Yeah, so what we see with the corners here, when we zoom, problems with both of the corners. So when you guys see that I have a Topps card up here and it's graded pristine, you might not understand how hard it is to accomplish that pristine. I definitely understand it because I was the one who sent hundreds of cards off, hundreds, maybe like 400 to 500 Topps cards off, and I saw how there was like a 50 to 1 for a good grade versus a 9 or an 8.5. So I saw that grading come back, So I understand the value of those pristines a lot better than you because I paid for it with my wallet. I felt the pain of getting all those 8.5s and 8s and 9s. Wow, this is really nice. A little off center on the back, but the front looks really good. You can flip this sideways and immediately see thin on the top. Okay, this card has a card behind it. Yeah, the real problem with this card is it's a Crobat of a modern card. It's not going to be worth that much, to tell you the truth, if we actually looked into it. So is this a pack fresh card? I don't remember when you got it. It's thinner on this side than the right, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't grade it. No, okay, so this is used. It does have scratches on the back. Would I grade this? Maybe. It's still so beautiful in its base set, I would consider it, but that one has scratches on the back. It might be closer to a 7 as a result of those scratches. It's also not perfectly centered. But here's Gardevoir. This Gardevoir looks really good. We saw this earlier. Gengar VMAX, here's an important one. Now, he's thinner on the right immediately. You can see it. Yeah, that card will fail 10, so that's more like a 9, but I'd still grade it. Here's Rayquaza, looking real nice. He doesn't have perfect corners, but he's looking real nice. I think this has a shot at a 10. Let's see if we can find one more problem with it. So the problem with this card is a problem that a lot of XY cards had, where the corners, there's something wrong with these corners. They were like cut funny. But the real culprit, the real problem is when we zoom in, you can see a very slight white dot there. So this is what we call a borderline card. So what we do with the borderline card like this is we try to find any other problem with the card. But when you're looking at the centering is extremely good. And the dot is so small that I think of it as a very small white dot. But actually, here we go. So if we look at the centering on the left and right here, you can see it's thin on the left. So this will turn into a 9. It can't have two miniature problems like that. Here's a nice looking coughing. Yeah, he just looks real nice. He might be a 10. This card's going to be immediately... no, this is a worn one. I wouldn't grade this one. Let's check the back on this. You check the centering on the poker cards right away because their biggest problem always comes down to centering. It turns out like it feels like 80% of the poker cards are off center. So they have a lot of centering issues. The other issue that the poker cards run into are gray dots on the front and a print line that typically runs right here. So we'll look for that now. I found the gray dot. Here it is. Ah, you didn't see that, did you? So there we go. The light revealed the gray dot. So there's a gray dot right there. And so unfortunately, that's going to cost this card to not grade 10. So there's a gray ink blot that these cards suffer from. And unfortunately, they need to not have that blot. I mean, it would be a nice 9. Maybe another company would grade it a 9.5. Yeah, so this card has a bend in it. It's hard to see, but it's right there. The bend occurs here. Might be easier to see on the back. Hard to see on the back, actually. Let's see if there's other problems, too. It's very hard to see. These cards are cards that always have me questioning, like, what would PSA do in this scenario? Because what's going on is the bend is so slight. That appears to be an issue here, too. The bend is so slight that you almost can't perceive it. And when it gets encapsulated, it's even harder to perceive. So I'm sure some people have taken my graded cards and they've gone, what the heck's wrong with it? They just can't figure it out. But it's like I see stuff that you don't before it gets encapsulated. This card is also faded, but it's not too bad. Let's take a look at it. They found out TikTok's bad. Is TikTok in the news right now? You got a problem on the edge right here. Right there, you got an issue. You can see that there's some messiness right there. Ben this glizzy. Update Popeye's chicken sandwich is in my belly. Thanks for letting us know, Cheese. I like this one. So this one does not seem to have much fading, and the centering on the back's very clean. Look at that centering. So now we just take a look. We see if we can find one more problem, or if we can find any problems. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, unfortunately, when we zoom, you can see there's something up with that edge right here. Poker cards are much harder to grade 10 than you realize until you actually start grading them. But yeah, so the question is, should you take a card like this and should it become a 10? Let's take a look on the back. All right, so we tilt it back and forth. And we can see there's some sort of rise right here in the center. That's a bend. So that would be a 6 with PSA. Such a nice looking card. Well, your first impression is it's so nice, but then when you break it down, you realize, no, it has a significant problem. So here is Rowlett and Executor. The first thing I notice are these lines here. See these lines in the full art? For whatever reason, PSA does not grade those. PSA does not give an F about those. We've gotten tons and tons and tons of textured cards back from PSA, and they always ignore these. I don't know why. CGC will not ignore them. Your card will be a 9.5 rather than a gem mint. I mean, rather than a pristine. But PSA ignores them. We have proof over and over again that they ignored them. So this card actually looks like it may be close to a 10. So these lines might look slightly off from each other, but you need to measure them before it's over. That might be a 10 Rowlett. I ignore dents too. Bit thin on the bottom, not much though. Yeah, so bottom's thinner than the top. There's the gray dot right there. But this is a very vague gray dot. This is a borderline. Let's see what this Umbreon's like. Some of the gray dots are really visible, so you have to take a point off for them. So he's thinner on the right. It's a very clean modern card. The question is whether this falls into 45-55. If it does, then you should grade it. PSA, we bought the same good card, bad card. Oops, I got food on your card. Don't tell anyone. You saying PSA drops food on the card? So once again, this is thinner on the bottom here. And I think that will fail the 45-55, this Dragonite. You can test it, though, you know, because I don't measure it here. If that's exactly 45-55, I'll still give you a 10 on it, assuming nothing else is wrong. There's the gray dot there. Too thin. That one's definitely no chance. All right, so we're taking too much time on this. We got to get moving now. All right, so I like your Slowbro centering. He is slightly faded. Here's your Pikachu. It's a bit fatter on the left. Yeah, he's leaning toward a 9. I'll put him there. PSA dented my Diglett. I think they got into a measuring contest. Oh, my God. Here's your Greninja. Besides seeing an issue there, the corners are not correct, and there's whiting on this, so that's no good. How do I fast forward this part of the stream, says Cheese. Cheese says he's already tired of this. This has 2 sleeves. That's annoying. Okay, there we go. Sigh. Hello, everyone. What's up, Jason? What's going on in your life? Oh, it's fat on the top, thin on the bottom. All right. So, Mike's side, you got a lot of nice cards, but getting a 10's much harder than just having a nice card. Let's see what we got. Every pre-grade is not like this. I'm taking a lot of time for the new guys who are watching to understand what it's like and for people to understand grading a little bit better. So you got some cool cards in here. Funny thing is, this is not even a 10. I would still just grade it. You can see the number of cards that I would actually want to grade for a 10 is much lower. Edit this part of the stream, says Cheese. That Pikachu. All right, here you go, Mike's side. All done. And I stole your Volo. Let's see. We have an order from Sean Lean. Can I get a pre-grade and a bulk grade? Thank you, mister. All right, Sean ordered the same thing. But we're not going to grade literally every card because that was like actual grading that I was doing. The pre-grade is meant to pick out your best ones. So obviously this Lugia, I would argue the Candace is not actually that good. Solrock's pretty cool. All right, so these are all just mediocre. Let's take a quick look at this one. All right, your card most likely will grade 9 from off-centering. It's thinner on the right than the left. You can see that on the back as well. But it's very close. So if you're lucky, it falls into the 45-55. If you're unlucky, this becomes a 9. All it needs to fail is to be 44-56. Then it would fail. Very close. So that's an off-center card. I would grade that even if it was a 9. That's the thing. So that's your best card. These other cards are not really chase cards. That's an actual chase card. Sean Miller. Oh, wait. We're going through Sean Miller's. Okay, hold on, guys. I failed the very first part. I opened up Sean Miller's bag. We're looking for Sean Lean. I'm such a goof. All right, Sean Lean. All right. Sean Miller was about to get free grading. Sean Lean. He's like, oh, I didn't know I had a Lugia. We got this nice Hoot Hoot. We got Pikachu, Swellows. Those are cool. Okay, Rattata. Raikou looks nice, even if he's not super rare. Latios looks cool. Manaphy. These Radiant. Here we go. Okay, so here's a rare card. That card is 1 out of 10 packs, right? Hoot hoot. Mister, you need caffeine? No, I'm wide awake, actually. Just going a little fast. So take a quick look at these Swellows, both off center. All right, so your Swellows are off center. This makes this card right here your best card to grade. All right, there we go. Your Swellows will probably be 9s. I need some caffeine, says Joromo. No, I'm wide awake, actually. The daytime stream, I'm rarely sleepy. You'll notice I've not yawned during the daytime stream, have I? It's nighttime that I yawn, because I'm sleepy at night. All right, here we are. Sean Lean. And Sean, okay, your bag's pretty up to date. So Sean, that's a good looking card. It has a good shot at a 10. Thanks, man. Yeah, this card's looking pretty well centered. All right, these Japanese cards even have a good shot at the pristine grade. Weston Miller, 2 bras, 1 live, 2 NBA, plus shipping. You got it, Weston. So 2 Pokebras. Here goes, Weston Miller. Pulling Gyarados. Oh, and Charizard. All right, that's cool, man. All right, 1 live. Let's see if we get another hit. Kyogre, I'm sorry. Live customs, not so much. No, Ice Shower, says Cheese. Go. Plus shipping 2 NBAs. Okay, let's get those NBAs next. Mister, you missed a Shiny Star V pack that I ordered. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't even see that. Hold on, let me grab a Shiny Star for you then. Make sure we take care of this. This is for Robert Vizzo. He's saying I didn't get his Shiny Star V. Here you go, Mr. Robert. I got your bag here. I get mold in my bathroom. I got to get repaired, says Tribe. Why is everyone getting Charizards and I can't get any? I need to go to sleep, says Jason. Is that why you were sighing earlier? Ah, cold pack. I'm sorry, man. You missed a free V-Star Universe I didn't order. A guy on eBay messaged me saying he was going to accept my offer for PSA graded Skyrish Charizard, but he expired. Pretty sure I sent him a troll price. Really? That's funny. Here you go. Mister, never got to thank you for my 4th Vader I got the other night. Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was nice, man. It's the best pull in the set. Okay, Weston Miller. Oh, Weston. For 400 bucks. If it's too cheap of an offer, I would start to wonder what exactly he's sending. People who sell cards online, they're like experts at hiding the real condition of the card if you're buying it as a raw card. They're experts at hiding bends. They're experts at hiding damaged corners that would turn into a PSA 6. Yeah, they love to hide that stuff. They'll take a picture at a corner with bad lighting, or at an angle with bad lighting. So I never trust, especially with really, really, clear stuff that you're meant to be the one to grade. I never mess with that stuff. Because in the long run, so many of them are, it's such a gamble that in the long run, I don't think you actually do very well buying those. It's always a big gamble. All right, Weston Miller. Mr. Weston. Here we are. eBay raw sellers are the fat girls of the Pokemon world. Yeah, they almost never sell pristine, perfect gem mint cards. And especially not for the cards that you really want. Cards that everyone wants, they've already checked. They've already sent them into grade. or they've already examined it with their own eyes. And then they go, oh, this is going to grade 6 because of this little bend here. So I might as well list it as mint on eBay. Because it looks mint, except for that little bend, which they're an expert at hiding when they take the pictures. All right, let's print. That's why everyone buys their rods on eBay from PokeDan, TCG. Oh my God, PokeDan. Must have all low punnies Tommy. CGC says 9.5, 10, 10, 10 is a pristine 10. Ha ha ha, nice plug. Perez is the fat girl of the stream. Wow, that's mean. Geez, you're sounding like Mary. Next up, we got Tyler Davis, 2 one-piece English. 2 one-piece English. What happened to you, Cheese? You changed. Here we are. I'm just teasing you. 2 of the One Piece, and then he says 10 Pokemon Go promos leave sealed. Good thing I read that. Can't always rely on me to read that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2 Slime Volume 1s, Open 1. All right. 2 Slime Volume 1, Open 1. You're wanting to hold a lot of bulk on the table. Just got to fill the table up, man. $4 to the burner slab. All right, you donated money to the burner slab. You get away with anything. Here you are. So that says $351. If that comes down by $4, that's going to be $340, what, 7? $347 remain before we destroy this card. Wow, we've come a long way from $700, which was the original price that we listed it at for destroy. That was a long time ago. Well, how many months has it been? Has it been like 2 or 3 months? All right, so open one of these. Months ago. Can you destroy it by putting it in my bag? Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's going to be an insane amount of outrage when we drill that Charizard. And people are going to be like, you could have donated it to the children. And I'll never watch you again. And you're not a real collector. But what we've really done is we've helped the market. You know, the Pokemon card market falls in price because there's too many of them out there. So by drilling a card, we've reduced the population by 1. And not only does this affect perception on rarity, but it literally lowers the rarity by 1. Or increases the rarity by 1, I guess you would say. That's good. That's a good thing for the market. That's why we call it a burner slab. Okay, here we are. I think that there should always be some kind of card that you could contribute a donation to in order to burn it off the market. All right, nothing crazy in that round, Mr. Tyler. How many dollars left to pay off the community slab? Yeah, so we have a different slab. If you don't like burning cards, we have a card that you give away to everyone. This is called a charity slab. There's $375 left on it. When that is paid off to 0, we give it away to anyone in the stream randomly. So you could just be an audience member who just hangs out, and it is charity that way. It's charity. It means that you're saying, here you go, guys. You can have a chance at a free one. Tyler Davis. So we always have a charity slab running. We always have a burner slab running. How much is left on it? 375. Okay, let's get these packs. Now look at that. See, the packs actually double the size of your bag. But don't worry, you don't have a very big bag, and you made a $4 donation to the burner slab, so what do I care? I'm no charity case, says Matthew. Puts money to the burner. D's nut. Do you remember me? Yeah, it's a little bit mean when you think about it. You could have put that money toward the charity slab, but you put it toward the burner slab. It's kind of like you're saying, nah, let's... Joe Peter Alexander Harris says, I'm Joe Harris. Breakthrough box break spot. You got it, man. Mr. Joe Harris. Bill Cosby planning a comedy tour in 2023. Really? Damn. Here's Super Dan, spot in the Topps movie. All right. So Super Dan did buy the last spot in here, and we're going to open up the Topps movie pack now. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I lose a lot of IQ watching TikTok. Yeah, I love TikTok, dude. I watch it all the time. I wish YouTube Shorts was a little bit better. I wish they were better at competing against TikTok. You're not a real collector because you didn't give me the card for free. Bill Cosby is talking about how he dropped the soap. Oh, my God. All right, can I get a number? Bill Cosby needs a pudding pop shoved up his butt. 3. 1, 2, 3. You got it, Cheese. All right, so we got 3 here. Cheese, you must not have very long of a delay because that was like instant. There we go. All right. So now we're going to peel these apart. Come on now. There we go. All right, so they're ready to go. And let's see what happens. So we got Thomas Yonan. Thomas picks up A Day at Sea. All right, that's not a very good one. It's just a boat. It's not even a Pokemon. So that would not be the one you want to pull. Sorry, Thomas. Could still grade 10. Could still sell for like 25 bucks a profit. Meaning that you just need to make $23 off of it. Here's Super Dan. Super Dan was the last guy in. Let's see what you got here, Super Dan. The flute. She's playing the skin flute. All right, Super Dan. I think we had a successful daytime stream. We're at the 2-hour mark. No more orders, guys. We're at the 2-hour mark, which means I need to wrap up now. We're going to be on again tonight. Anthony Matkovic. Yeah, no more orders after this. That boat would be a Pokemon in these new games. Good point. We're blasting off again. All right, that's for Anthony. You are, it's too true. I mean, it's literally true. Like, they have an actual engine in the new game. They have an actual engine. Like, what? It's cool, actually. I don't mind it. I think it's an okay Pokemon. These inanimate object Pokemon. It's really funny. Pokemon. I'm going to start calling it Digimon or something. Here's William Shao. They're definitely out of ideas, though, right? That's the problem. They're out of ideas. Okay, William Shao gets... Oh, Lugia rises. Definitely grade that one. That's great. So that's what I'm talking about with those non-holo Lugias. Excellent. If that graded 10, I could see someone paying $100 for that. And that was not even the holo in the pack. Now remember, you can actually get a holographic version of that if you're lucky. So there is a holo, and it could be that Lugia. Here's Aaron B. Gordon. Okay, Aaron picks up... Well, Aaron, you were just before the holo, I think. No, you were 2 spots away from the holo. The Underground Symphony. So you got Blossom. 200 to be honest, mister. Yeah, you never know with these Topps movie packs because these cards are way more rare than other Topps cards and almost 0 in the population. Is not 0, but it's like really low pop. Really, really low pop. And these boxes are expensive. Here's Anthony Matkovic. Oh, Anthony, you were real close to the holo. You got a card called Natural Disaster for the next guy. Ooh, that's cool, man. Okay, so Anthony Matkovic. So you got Zapdos on yours. It's still a great pull. Mr. sent an order. No more orders, guys. We are wrapping up. Okay, let's see. Anthony Matkovic. Hey, there you go. So you had 3 spots in here. It's a good thing you got the holo. Wouldn't want you to miss it. Oh, all right. Well, it features Ash's mom and Mr. Oak, so that's pretty cool. All right, so that'd be like a character card. Not a Lugia, though. I'm after those Lugias. You know how I am. All about the Lugies. We did pull a Lugia from this pack, though. Lugia Rises is a great card. There we go. All right. Good on you. You pulled the holo. If you think about it, you pulled it relatively cheap compared to the price of the full pack. And then that's Jennifer Yap. I think Jennifer might be getting a Lugia. So Jennifer, Ash is chosen. So there's a Lugia card. Cool, man. Let's grab Jennifer's bag. I put it in order. What? Here we are. Mister, can you muck in my bag before shipping? There's a fee. I'm here to make money. I don't have any rules. So let's see. We need this. Here we are. So that's another pack of it. Okay, let's see these ZELLE orders. Give me a moment. So we had an order in ZELLE from Mr. Theodore Perez. 2 express grades on what you think will bring more value. Let's keep John busy. Theodore Perez, thank you for your patience. Let's get these grades picked out. Would you do a SLAB-AWAY on an expensive booster pack? Yeah, I don't mind. That's the whole point of SLAB-AWAY. Do you mean like a super expensive one? Okay, let's see. I like the Moltres. Cool. So definitely what I would pick, you've got this God pack that got pulled. So 2 cards from the God pack are definitely the top choices. So here's a Turtwig. That Blasty is taunting me. Don't do it, Cheese. Don't do it. Wait until your employer's got lots more hours. Mister, do you grade sealed packs or plan to? Right now, there's not a way to grade sealed packs. I would have to work with a manufacturer to manufacture the slabs themselves, which is very expensive. We're talking like probably like $8,000 in the end. And then I would need to work with the person who got me my encapsulation machine, and they would have to build an encapsulation machine for that particular size booster pack. You're talking like $15,000 to $20,000 for that. So, and I don't know how inflation affects those prices, but I can tell you it would not be cheap. So in order to get those booster pack slabs set up, not only would I have to do a lot of hours of work of communicating between these 2 companies, but then I would need to wire like $20,000 out for the encapsulator and the cost of shipping it, which is very expensive. And then, you know, there's other tools that go with the encapsulation machine you have to acquire. And then to get those slabs all done, that could take like half a year to get a correct prototype on the slabs, by the way. Because it's not like they just send you over a slab and it's right the first time. You work on different styles, and that just takes a very long time to do. So even if we started working on it today, we couldn't booster pack grade for like half a year probably. And then in the end, it would probably cost me almost $30,000 to get into that. Would it be worth it? Yeah, I think so. If we could charge $20 a grade, maybe. Let me see how much 30,000 divided by 20 is. I'd have to sell 1,500 grades to break even, but that also doesn't count labor. So, you know, if you include the cost of having John grade those, I have to sell more than 1,500 grades of it. And so it would be worth it. I think in about a year and a half, it will have paid for itself and made profit. And so it's a long-term kind of thing. Did my donation go through? It probably did. So these are express, huh? By the way, that's basically what it cost to get the grading started for the other machine, but I'm pretty sure it's paid itself off now. All right, there we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the encapsulation machine and all that equipment, I'm pretty sure it's all paid off now. Rainbow foil. Oops. I'd grade a lot of packs. Here's Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Here's Pipichu, Pop 10. Marowak. And Sexy Pink-Haired Girl. All right, cool. Super Dan's done. Let's see who's next. We've got an order from... No more orders. Guys, I can see more orders were sent in. Joseph Compalongo. Hey, if PSA put your card upside down, does that add value? I would say yeah. I had a bunch of obvious off-center Marvel cards I sent in. Do they still do that? Hopefully. Can I get a 10 sneaker bunkos and shipping? I have a bag and Dragonite slab. I wanted the large. You got it, Joseph. How many? You want 10 sneaker bunkos? Woo! All right. A man of culture. I am with you in the long term. Keep putting money into CCCG. You got it, man. Will you be getting NFL cards? Yes, that is something I need to badly stock. We got all these other sports, but we don't have NFL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right now, we're not investing a lot into inventory because we're getting ready to move. So if I bought a bunch of cards and had them shipped to this house, they're just going to have to be, oh, I hate this song. They're just going to have to be transported to the new house. You guys know I don't want to move them twice. That'd be a lot of work. Did we already break the 2000s Topps pack? It just got broken. You missed it. You missed it. We just finished that. And you did not pull the holo. Anthony Matkovic pulled the holo. I can't remember what you pulled. You missed it, Dan. Yeah, Dan, it was like 2 orders ago. You can probably rewind it and watch it. There we go. We need like a global alert system for it or something. Okay, boobies, 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 holo. Dan, you pulled the energy card. My employer just announced a $1.25 an hour raise. Woo! All right, that's like 40 whole more dollars. That's because your employer must feel that in order to retain employees, he has to raise prices. Here we go. In order to remain competitive. That's not very much. That price increase for labor will make you feel like, oh, I'm getting a pay wage increase. But the problem is, unfortunately, and this isn't your employer's fault, by the way. That's not his fault. I feel like I've seen this character now on like TikTok. Unfortunately for him, the cost of materials is going up. The amount of money his customers can spend is going down. And the cost of labor is having to rise because people don't want to work for money that isn't enough to pay for a home, isn't enough to pay for rent, isn't enough to pay for food. So he's getting squeezed. I never ordered before, so I was just wondering if I did it correctly. You've never ordered before? Oh, so we're going to find your order soon then because I'm going through the list of orders right now. What is this music playing? This is weird music. What do you think about tipping culture? Yeah, so I'll say this. I've been poor before, like real poor. And when you're real poor, you grumble about having to leave tips for people. When you're a lot more successful in life, tipping does not matter anymore. You just consider it part of the cost of ordering. And then that's it. So you just pay the tip and that's the cost of ordering. So I'm not necessarily against it or for it. It's just the way that it is. I think that in many ways it's kind of pointless, right? Because like, for example, DoorDash. I don't get to know the DoorDasher. You know what I mean? Like they're not this special service. They don't work harder than other DoorDashers is what I'm trying to say. If you had a DoorDasher who's like really good, they were a step above the rest. Well, then, yeah, you would tip them. You'd say, hey, I want to get you some bonus money because you're such a good worker. That's how a tip kind of was probably conceptualized. You get a waiter or somebody working for you who's doing such a better job than everyone else. Well, then you give them a bonus. A tip is like a bonus. But now it's like, why would you bonus anyone? They just do the same work that they're supposed to do that everyone does. So you could get rid of bonuses. You could get rid of tips. But I think that we've been doing it for so long, nobody wants to get rid of them. So I just consider it a part of the base cost of ordering the good, which is exactly what would happen if you got rid of tips. And so in other words, tips basically just allow poor people to get the good for cheaper. That's how it is. It's not that you're paying more for the cost of good because they don't get paid. The person who receives the tip is not being paid well, right? They're just getting paid sometimes below minimum wage. I think that's legal for restaurants. And so they just kind of rely on the tips in order to get them to minimum wage. And so you're just paying for the cost of good when you leave the tip. And the tips allow for somebody who's really, really poor to get the goods and not tip and feel like a bad person and feel like they need to defend themselves. I think that's how it's working. Joseph, if you got rid of tips, the cost of goods would go up. It was a good experience. I think 5-star. Mister, did you get the new 7 Deadly Sins Weiss Schwartz for people to buy? Mister, people who grumble about tipping probably should be saving their money by going to McDonald's. All right, so this is for Joseph. Well, I complained about it too because I was like, I hate tipping. But I realized part of that is the side effect of being poor. And you don't appreciate that when you are very poor and struggling to make it in life. You don't realize the reason you hate tips is because you can't afford tips. You go, oh man, tips, why should there be tips? Well, you're just saying that because you don't have enough money to leave a tip. And you want to be able to afford that stuff. Oh wait, Joseph wanted a shipping too, right? Here we go. Joseph Campolongo. All right. Thanks, Joseph. It's nice to see you again. All right. Just increase the weight on this a little bit. Setting it to an address that begins with the number 6. If you're saving money not going to places that tip, you'll be in a position to tip later. I can give you a tip, says Jordan. All right, but don't tell my wife. Just the tip. It's not cheating if it's just the tip. What are your thoughts on homeless millionaires? Homeless millionaires? I've never heard that one. Are you talking about like in California or something like that? Okay, let's see. Vicente Gonzalez. Please express my lily full force with the timestamp. Also, I'll take 3 Lost Abyss. Lost Abyss. Give me a moment. No more orders, guys. We're wrapping up. Daytime stream's over. Supposed to be done in about 5 minutes. I don't think we're going to be done in 5 minutes. So, Vicente, express grade my lily. What are your thoughts on big butts, huh? Not a fan of oversized butts. I do not find it attractive. I find it grotesque. Just get rid of drive-through tipping. Here's Hollow. Abolish tips. Here's Giratina. I tip whatever the base tip amount is, and that's it. That's the cost of buying a good. If you got rid of tips, employers will have to raise the wages for their workers. That's what will happen. And when they raise the wages on their worker, they will then express that new cost in the price of the goods anyways. So you will pay that tip if we get rid of them. Gumshoe, Lily Full Force. Are you still trading my 3? Are you still trading my 3 ghosts you bought for me that was lost? What? 3 ghosts? If you have an issue with missing 3 ghosts, try pinging me on Discord again in the private messages, okay? I got to tell you guys, I've been unusually busy, especially with the move lately. So if you need help with anything, just keep spamming me in the private messages. We'll definitely get it taken care of. Mr. Going to carry Chainsaw Man, Y Schwartz, some waifus in there. One thing you guys got to know, I don't have like... The way things work is a little messy with me. I work on the thing that is in my messages, and because of how many messages I get in a day, if you have an issue, it can get pushed down very quickly by other people who are trying to make trades with me or something like that. But if we had an issue, I probably started working on it. We want money. I have been for a while. Here we are, Express. There we go. Keep in mind, again, we just got over Christmas and all that, and I'm moving and all that. So again, I'm sorry if I'm slow on. I'm very likely very slow on a couple issues. But yeah, try messaging me on Discord again. Don't give up, okay? You have to ping the ping. Being a member is like tipping Mister. Darren Thompson says 1 live custom. Here we are. Was it like a sale or something? Here's Donk Journer. Mister will read your full message if you pay enough. Well, another method is to send me a penny message while I'm live. And that really forces me to look at the issue immediately. And it only costs 1 penny. So it's basically no cost to you. So Darren says 2 bulk grades for my Mew, one of your choice. You got it, Darren. Yeah, penny messages during the live is an excellent way for me to have to look into your issue. Yes, you got a new one from eBay the other night. Shouldn't we get paid for our foreskin? What? All right, here we go. 1 for my Mew. Here we are. And 1 of my choice. Oh, I like that. Oh, definitely this. All right, there we go. Same, Mister, same. The reason why the penny message works so well is because no matter how behind I am in everything else, I never miss the stream. So the stream is a required use of my time. Doesn't matter how behind everything else is. It keeps me in touch with everyone. And it drives sales, which is the heart of all the other work. Can I send him 1 order? Which Deoxys art is the rarest? Good question. No more orders, please. We are wrapping up. We will be live again tonight. And so you can place as many orders as you want for tonight. And you can order tonight as well. And I'll be happy to service it then. Just want to know if you're still grading it. I can't even remember what the issue was. It's a thing. Thompson. There we go. I was here earlier, says Alex. Yeah, you'll have to jump on and remind me. 1 for my Mew, 1 of your choice. Jordan Estrada. Hey, Mister, 3 V-Star Universe. All right, 3 V-Stars. Here we are. All right. Think of it like this. There's a queue that forms to solve an issue, and if one person keeps sending me messages, they get their issue taken care of. And if you don't keep sending me messages, then the other guy who is constantly sending messages always gets ahead of you. One spot in the Japanese pack break. Hey, there we go. Jordan Estrada. Thanks, Jordan. So sending another message lets you jump the line when it comes to solving a problem. So you should always send a message almost every day, right? Missing one graded etched card since November. Oh, I think I remember this. It was the Star Wars card. So that card needs more time to arrive. Remember, there was an ice storm, and we weren't even receiving mail. I don't know when it'll arrive, but hopefully soon. 3 Universe, one spot in the Japanese base pack break. One spot in Japanese base at pack break. 1 Pokebra, 6 new Final Fantasy. Now I remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That was wild in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard people were actually breaking into shops. Mister is in 10 foot of snow. His poop turns to icicles. Here we go. So we got some hollow. It's a whole packet of hollows, I guess. Snorlax, Tapu Smoopu, Gardevoir Sylveon. Nice. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit of a cold pack. The hit is the Gardevoir Sylveon. It's a nice card, actually. That's from Unbroken Bonds. It's actually an older card. Yeah, that's definitely the pull in this round. Okay. Sylveon cards go for more, you know. Let's see what we got. When I make the Pokebras, they're a bit complicated because what I do actually judge the card based on its ability to grade well. So if I see a card that can grade really well, it might go into the Pokebra and it'll go in there sort of like weighted, you know, like this card's got a good chance for a 10. If another card goes in and I can tell it has no chance at a 10, well, then it's worth less in my eyes. So you get that and many other cards. So sometimes when you get a big group of cards, it's not a sign that you got an additional value. Sometimes it's just that those cards are in worse condition. And sometimes when you get a single card, it's a sign that it's actually in very good condition. Here we go. So Pokebras can work that way. But there are packs that are meant to be worth more than other packs. There are cold packs and hot packs in the Pokebras. All right, that was 3 cold packs of the V-Star, though. I'm sorry. And let's try out these Final Fantasies. Let's see where it takes us. Jordan Estrada. We got Pain. Don't worry, I sent all info in Discord. I genuinely believe Flute Girl is the hot girl. Here's Sid Haze and Lightning. 1 Hollow Drampa. What? We got Garuda. Ooh, I like the Garuda. I like that name, Garuda. That's a cool term. Okay, Garuda. Luna Freya. Okay, you got Luna Freya. She's a waifu. Wearing a nice dress. I don't know why. Here's Kuchaspel. Kuchaspel. And Ramza. All right. Sweet. There we go. Jordan with the J-O. Oh, no. Well, wait a second. You might actually be in here. I don't know if there's room. Oh, here you are. Good. Anima, feel my pain. What? I have a baggie. Thanks, man. Good luck on your spot in the base set booster pack break. Maybe pull Charizard. You know, if someone pulled Charizard and he graded 10, he'd be extremely valuable. Angel Tenorio, you're the first one in the new Topps break. Only OGs know that one. Mike's side, Great Gengar, Umbreon, and Jesse. You got it. Jesse. James. I know you don't like working late, but I love you for it. No problem, man. Well, I try to get all orders done before I leave so that people aren't sitting there waiting for their... I think maybe like one time I quit before finishing all the orders, but that's very rare. Let's see. We got Gengar, Jesse, and Umbreon. There we go. You got it. All right. Jesse. James. Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light. What was up with Team Rocket, man? They were such a cool bad guy. I miss Pokemon feeling like there was an actual story to it. I played through the entire Scarlet Violet story. I felt like it got a lot better at the end, but it was only slightly better, is what I realized in hindsight. That Gardevoir full art is so nice. Yeah, I agree. I think that came out of Steam Siege. Okay. All they wanted was a tree star. $8 grading now. How nice is that, guys? That means that after your card is done grading, it's more likely that you're able to flip them on a profit, you know what I mean? Or break even. Bulgaria hot with the big storm and Buffalo hitting with the big storm. The end is near. What? $8, sheesh. $8 bulk grading. We're trying to make sure John gets lots and lots of grades because he's gotten real fast at grading. The problem is John can get all the grading done and have nothing left to do. Mr. been here since the bingo can. It took us about 6 months and we've caught up the bulk grading. So now John's just waiting for fresh grades. Andrea says, one Pokemon Go Japanese. Okay, one Japanese Go. Here it is. I think you forgot to write my name on the bag that was going to ship out filled with the booster packs along with don't ship my slabs on the bag. Okay, let me look at it real fast. The thing is, yeah, I didn't write your name down, but that doesn't really matter because, but you said don't ship slabs. Let me write that on the label. So the thing is, John will just look at the label. But that's an important detail. Don't ship the slabs. I'm sorry. So that's an important note for John. I might have missed that because I did not have that written down. But John doesn't actually need your name on the bag because your label's in the bag. There we go. We have Gregory Pablo, 5 Lost Origins. You got it, Gregory. I noticed Lost Origins go... Oh, wait, hold on. Are we adding this to your outgoing bag? I don't know. Was this meant to be tossed in? Here we are. I don't know if he was having me open that or ship it out with them. Probably just be Ash, Alex. All right, let's try this again. So Gregory Pablo, 5 Lost Origins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Ready? Lost Origin to the moon. Do, 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 do. Whatever you want, open or throw it in. TikTok was banned from electronic devices managed by the U.S. House of Representatives. That's not enough. They need to outright ban the entire app. It's crazy that the entire app hasn't been banned. I'm a big TikTok user, and I have a useful TikTok account over there that draws in people to my social media through TikTok. So it does not benefit me for them to get rid of TikTok. However, it would benefit the United States to get rid of it. I can't believe that it still exists. China has banned all of our social media over there. We cannot sell ads to Chinese people in China through social media, but they have TikTok over here, one of the most successful social medias in the world. And so they get to sell us ads all year round. It makes no sense. So unless they unban our social medias, why should we not just ban theirs right now? You need to vote for them to ban it. It doesn't make sense. It's bad business. We're just stupid. And the reason why they ban it, by the way, in China is because they know that we can influence them, we can gather data on them. But most importantly, all this software is replicatable. You could just make another Google. You could just make another YouTube. You could just make another whatever. It's software. It's perfectly replicatable. You can make it again and again and again. So China sat down with itself and it said, why would we pay Americans for their American software? We can just make that software and it can do the same job. So that's exactly how every country should see this. This is why the UK, Germany, France, Australia, they should all ban United States social media. China was actually smart to ban United States social media. They're the only smart ones. All the countries should ban Google. They should all ban YouTube. They should all ban every American social media company. And then they should make their own version of it. That is the smart thing to do. But Europe won't do that. I don't know why. I wish Europe was a lot smarter. China's smarter. Here's Tyler Davis. 10 for the grade of the 10 for the grade of the girl slab with the skull. 10 to the burner. You got it, Tyler. All right. $10 to the burner. Oh my God. This goes to 337. China, 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 China. They're smart. They're actually smart. Tyler Davis. Europe should have done this a long time ago. They should have said, United States, you may not sell your social media garbage to us. We'll make it ourselves. And then we'll benefit from all of the ad revenue. The girl with the skull, huh? This is Tyler Davis. Don't worry, mister. Still love you, but not in that way. What? This one? He must mean this one. How much is Chinese V-Star going to cost? And when will it be here, mister? I don't know what the cost of it'll be. And it's going to arrive mid-January. There we go. He must mean this one. Old T. Anthony's parents found out how to do emojis. What? China, you can legit copy anything and call it your own. Yeah, they have different rules on copyright. And it's an interesting thing because copyright allows you to invest a lot of money producing something new and then profiting from your investment on your research and development. So that's what copyright is used for. And copyright's good if you're somebody who really wants to work hard on inventing something. The downside to copyright is it also allows you to have a monopoly on that thing. So one of the reasons medicine's so expensive is because medical companies have a monopoly on the things that they research and develop. Whereas if we got rid of that copyright protection, look at this. This is new grades for John to work on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11 so far. What I would really like for him to get is about 30 a day. Here we are. So anyways, if all those copyrights were gone, the cost of medicine would plummet because everyone could produce it, and the cheapest producer would charge very little for it. It's the monopoly that allows it to cost so much. Tommy Orgis, first order towards Thick Wick. Really? $17 donation toward Thick Wick. That's from Tommy Orgis. Thanks, Tommy. Tommy O. That's the burner slab. My granddaughter still has her My Little Pony God Pack opened live on your stream. Oh, that's so nice, man. That's really cool. We're going to get that other issue solved for you. I apologize it's taking so long. It really is because of the holidays. I try to take some time off and all that. And also because we closed on a house and just everything together. It's been very rough. And also because sometimes other people will work harder to try and cut that line to get their problem solved. Mr. The skull on the left says cash money. Cash money. What? I'll keep watching for what he has to say. Let's keep scrolling through this. Robert says, one live, one spot in the Japanese pack break. Okay, Robert Vizzo. Did I grab the wrong skull girl? Robert Vizzo. Boop. Okay, that's that. Now let's look into your live custom. You ready, Robert? You're going to party on New Year's. I want a 10-year-old to get Thick Wick. Mr. The skull on the left, the card, the grade. Left, the card grade. Oh, look at this. I don't know what you're talking about. Here's one large for Robert Vizzo. Robert! Congratulations, Robert. I'm trying for you not to forget me. All right, so let's get him in the large. We have a new large, by the way. I'll send for another grade. Nice. His goal for 2023 is to become an alcoholic. I mean, we could just fix the one if you want it fixed. I just don't know what you mean by the skull girl or something. Tyler Davis, 20 Pokemon Go promos leave sealed. $20 to you for a tip. Whoa! That's quite a tip. Now, the problem is I might not have 20 here, but the interesting thing is I think I have more of these somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, never mind. We had just enough. Okay, you gave me a $20 tip. Here, take the last 2 then. Take this little Pikachu pack too, I guess. All right, so you have all these. Very, very generous. Okay. Tyler Davis. Nice tip. Nice cock. There we go. Thank you, Tyler. So Marcel says he'll try a V-Star snipe. Marcel Torres. What time is it? 6:15. Here's Charizard and Leaf Energy. All right. Thank you, Marcel. Find that bag real fast. Slab me, says Robert Vizzo. Matthew. Ah, Marcel Torres. Boo, says Vizard. It was meant to be a golden Charizard. David Capistran, 2 NBA Donruss. Remember, guys, we're not taking any new orders until we stream tonight, okay? All right, here we are. Wifey about to drag you out of the card room, mister. Well, you know, she does her own thing when she's alone. But, you know, I like to hang out and have a dinner and all that stuff. Besides, I got to take a back break. I got to stretch my back and not be sitting nonstop, because tonight I'll be live for an additional 4 hours. So that's 6 hours of straight sitting. And that can be very rough on your back when you do it 7 days a week. There we go. Edwin, much more appealing. Is it just me or Asian Pokemon cards more eye appealing? Dr. Taylor Swift will be going into political issues. What? I sent in an order for the grade. All right, sounds good, man. Okay, what do you got here? You've got J. Sean Tate. Okay, Mr. J. Sean. That's for David Capistran, that order. Don't you hate it when these sleeves don't want to work with you? Gotta stretch the PP. TCC, professional sitter. Very unhealthy. I gotta work on my health more this year, guys. Yeah, the bigger house should allow me to have more exercise equipment for sure. The house we've been in is so crammed. We have like a small walking treadmill, and it's like you basically just stare at the wall when you use it. It's really stupid. So it's not very appetizing to use, and it's so small too. The actual thing is quite small. The treadmill where you put your feet, you gotta be like really narrow. I can prep cook for you. That's a good idea. I should do some prep cooking. Make a bridge from your new house to your old house. What is this, Minecraft? All right, Tyler Davis says 10 Evolving Skies and grade the car with the girl with the skull on the left side. All right, we'll go looking for that, Tyler Davis. Give me a moment. This is music, dude. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just sounds like noise, doesn't it? Like, yeah, there's a beat and all that. All right, Easy Umbreon. You need to be on the Liver King diet. Die of a heart attack sooner? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I agree with that Liver King diet. All music is noise, technically. That's a good point. Yeah. But not all noise is music. Here we go. So when you say just noise, maybe you're saying is it doesn't sound like music. Little birdie. All right, Tyler Davis. Reggie Stinky. I'm going to write and record some music. Oh, yeah? Just take steroids like him. Switching cups. wishy-washy. I bet in the future, humans will take hormonal treatments more commonly in order to be more masculine or more feminine. I bet it'll become a more standard thing. But the real problem with those synthetic drugs is that they cause all kinds of problems in the long run, don't they? Do people even open the UFC cards? Yeah, they get opened from time to time. My other hobby is noise frisbees. What? Noise frisbees? That's 1 Trevenant in 10 packs. Absolutely terrible. Very sorry about this, Tyler Davis. Freaking Evolving Skies, man. It wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so expensive. So the girl with the skull on the side. Oh, I didn't see that. The other girl looks like she has a skull on her head. Here we are. I'm starting to feel like I get more satisfying winning an auction over pulling a chase as Bizarre. Here we are. All right. Win some, lose some, says Cash Money. We'll get you a little spare pack. You can tell us how it went when it arrives, okay? All right. Well, when you win an auction of an awesome slab. Here we go. I would say I prefer opening packs. The problem is packs are so expensive. That's the problem. So I would say opening packs is definitely more enjoyable than an auction. There's no doubt about it. Like, if you could open Evolving Skies booster packs for $2 a pack, you'd open them all day. You would choose that over the auction every time. You'd be like, yeah, let's open like 1,000 of those. All right, there we go. Perfect. We're at the end of the stream. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the nighttime stream. See you guys there.